What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right, let's chop it up this fine morning. Talk this boxing. I see my man Rise Podcast in the building. Oh, an apology, Rise Podcast. I got you something coming, man. Valley in the building. What's going on? DH, what's going on, man? Bud's Belter 30K, not the regular 24K. Oh man, dude, come on, man. Your boy is wild, bro. Valley in the building. Wayne Jones, what's going on, man? Freddie Menez in the building. Let me get the guard from my guy, Freddie Manuel Jimenez in the building. Always good to see you, bro. He said, good morning, Fernanda family. Crawford keeps talking through his neck again. I personally think he fought no upper-level fighters compared to Jermell. Charlo, please stop crying. But look, man, I'm going to slide down to the end. What's up? I'm going to say what's up to everybody. What's up, Noop? See my man in here. What's going on, Freddie? What's going on, Ron Burgundy in the building? Chillville, Beast of the East in the building. What's going on, man, to my man? Stone Alone in the building. And that super chat, big time, brother. Said top of the AM for non and the chat, brother. Thank you to one of the most valuable supporters in all of YouTube, Stone Alone. Terry Schmoot in the building. HMC, what's going on? Cadillac 634 in the dough. Beast from the East, I think I got you. Mass Arms, what's going on, Fi? Andrew Gray in the building. DH. Let me slide down because y'all was talking. Natty Dread. What's Mr. Souls? Be Easy in the building. What's going on, man? Mirror Swervo. What's going on, sir? Rise Podcast. DH said you can't even remember those fighters. Those fighters were ASS coming on. Now he gets no credit for beating them. Look, what we're gonna get on this, man. Let me slide down. DH in the building. My man, Mr. Orlando Pearson, back in the building from the land of the blocked. What's going on? Big Gate in the building. Full movie episode. What's happening, man? Kenneth Johnson. Don't quote us podcast. Did he really say that? Yeah, he did. He implied it. And let me tell you what it was. Said, dang, bro, stop liking Tank. Can't trust him. You can't trust Tank for what? What did Tank do? I like all these dudes, man. I like all, except for boy. The only dude I'm trying to tell you, man, your boy Shakur be saying some stuff, man. Shakur, you gotta get off that line, bro. You gotta get off walking that middle line, man. You need to get off the fence, man. You're too good to be on that fence. What's going on, Lawrence? Lawrence Ingram, what's going on? Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, brother. All right. So you know full well, this man said, Terence Crawford said, that the reason that his legacy is greater than Errol Spence's is because he was undisputed. And Errol Spence Jr. is not undisputed. But when it comes to Jermell Charlo, what's going on, April Watkins? But when it comes to Jermell Charlo's undisputed don't count. Shakur was on Burning the Box. He said, man, come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that, man. I'm not trying to hear that. I'll go back and watch it, man. But look, man. Look, man. I gotta be stuck on this, man. All right. You cannot say that you have a better legacy than Errol Spence because you're undefeated. You're undisputed. But say but when Jermell Charlo is undisputed, it doesn't count. What about Shakur's on the fence? He talks out of both sides of his neck, man. Like if you're going to compliment somebody, compliment him. If you're going to say that you're better than him and be the bad guy, be the bad guy. Just pick one. Just pick one, bro. Just pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for example, Barbara D. He was talking about how nobody fought anybody, how 135-pound weight class is overrated because nobody fought anybody. And then he said, except for Teofimo who fought Lomachenko. And then he said, and Devin who fought Kambosos. But bro, you know full well Kambosos ain't crap. Stick with what you originally said, bro. That ain't nobody fought in that weight class fought each other. Okay? Nobody in that weight, there ain't anybody in that weight class that has really fought anybody. With the exception, the guy that is the exception is Lomachenko. But ain't nobody fought each other. So he says what's true, but then he puts a caveat in there so he doesn't start an argument with somebody. That's what I'm saying about it. Man, just say what you say. If you say he annoying low key, I mean, he's not annoying. I wouldn't say he's annoying, but it's just he's just inconsistent. He's just inconsistent. He's just, you got to pick one, brother. Pick one. H-Town says, salute for 9, dropping off a little change. Hey, brother, that change is appreciated, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Haney may lose the Lomachenko fight. He may. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he will, but I think he'll beat Lomachenko. I think he'll beat Lomachenko. It'll be a good fight, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way, though. I will tell you that. I would not be surprised if it went either way. AC, do you think Bud's undisputed run was more impressive than Spence's unified run? No. Absolutely not. No. Primarily because of the Kell Brook fight. But he won a vacant belt. So Errol's never won a vacant belt. And he never fought anybody. He never fought anybody that was unified. So no. Julius Ndungo is the worst win of everybody. Julius Ndungo is terrible. I mean, it's not terrible that he beat him, but it's like, who cares? It's Julius Ndungo. Julius Ndungo was straight up garbage in that fight and got knocked out in what, like 3 rounds by a body shot? Nah, no way. Absolutely not. Not better than him beating Kell Brook, him beating Sean Porter, and him beating Yordenis Ugas? No. Absolutely not. So no, it was. And Jermell Charlo's run is better than his too. For sure. And Ndungo just is, I mean, after, like, you know, you can't say it, you know, hindsight is 20/20. You know what I mean? But in the case of Julius Ndungo, you knew what was going to happen before it happened. The man was a flash in the pan. He got past Troyaski, and he got past Ricky Burns. But after that, you know, nobody was in doubt about who's going to win that fight. Lamar Jones said, "Wonder how Bud fans will justify this last quote. It's sad the jealousy and insecurities Bud has. I mean, they'll justify it. I just don't get it. It's funny. It's like, yeah, Castano and Harrison. What is that? E-Money. Castano and Harrison are better wins than Castano's a much better win than Julius Ndungo. Harrison is a much better win than Julius Ndungo. Definitely. Jason Rosario is probably right on par or not quite as good as Victor Postol. I would say Victor Postol is a notch down from the oh man, where would I put him? Somewhere around the Ugas fight, maybe. Somewhere around the Ugas fight. You know what I mean? What's going on, Rick Timms? How you feeling, man? He said the fight might happen, it might not. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He said, you know, if it doesn't happen, it's just one of them fights that never happened. Dude, that guy does not want that fight. That guy does not want that fight. Because okay, you got your fight last year, so what's the excuse this time? If he fights in December, which he will, and then he moves on, what's the excuse for not fighting next year? Dude, he doesn't want that fight, man. It's blatantly apparent. He doesn't want that fight, man. But anyway, man, look, I don't think there's really much need to talk about the comparison of Errol at 147 and Terence Crawford at 140, because 147 is stacked. 140 is not. 140 was pretty much in-house top-ranked fights, with the exception of Julius Ndungo, who was, you know, somebody just came out the blue. So no, man, of course not. But it doesn't mean that it does. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything. My thing is, how does it mean any more than Jermell Charlo? And I'm telling you right now, I don't understand why Jermell Charlo is literally the only guy. He's the only dude to become undisputed and not get ranked high in the pound for pound. He's the only dude. Only one. Only guy. It's more of a discredit. It's more shocking how people discredit Jermell Charlo. John Bowie in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. And he said P, and then John Boy back in that super chat, you. Yes, sir, bro. I mean, it's amazing, man, how people underestimate, like, just, it's such a anti-PBC bias on those lists, man. I mean, ESPN, it makes sense, and Ring Magazine, it makes sense. So all of that pound for pound stuff, to me, honestly, you can just throw out the window, bro. Because you have people that have lost and were never undisputed and stayed on that list. You know what I'm saying? John Boy, S. Much love in that super chat. And in my John Boy, again, John Boy said S. Man, I think he about to call you something. Sean Clark in the building. What's going on, man? My man says, salute for nine. All I heard was facts when I stepped in the chat. Salute to all the cooking in the chat with the facts as the main ingredient. Yes, sir, brother. It's amazing to me, man. It's amazing to me. And why? Yes, sir. Much love in that super chat, brother. Look, I listen to this one guy, man, who's like the ringleader of that stupidity, man. Like the ringleader of this stupidity. Man, this dude is crying. Hey, let me ask. Oh, yeah, and my man John Bowie back in the chat said, Bud is a ussy. Man, that's crazy. Much love in that super chat, bro. Yeah, you wildin'. Look, man. Hey, they look crazy. TV, what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on? LZDBZ games and Fanon, keep up the grind, bro. Good morning. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, we'll do it. It was a grind getting up this morning, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was, man. He said, John Boy's my guy. Yeah, he's wild, man. John Boy be wilding out. John Boy in the building. Again, man, good morning, everybody. Yes, sir, brother. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you for that support this fine, fair morning, man. Yeah, man, it's like there's this dude on man, y'all know who this dude is, man. Rick Glazier, bro. I don't even respond to him anymore. I used to like read him and be like, yeah, man, let me mess with this dude because clearly, you know, clearly this dude right here is like, God, how can I say, man? He's like a you ever met a dude like that you knew was not really into women? Like when you were a kid, like you knew it. Like you're like, hey man, what's going on, guy? Like it could be your friend or whatever, but you really knew, like he really wasn't into girls like that. He was into other things. Like eventually he was going to be into other things, and so it's like that, except for this dude with being a racist. It's like he struggles against it, brother. But trust me, it's there, man. You can struggle against it, you can fight against it all you want, brother, but it's there, man. It is definitely there. John Boy in the building said, Rise Podcast, please go subscribe. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Rise Podcast. Oh, man. Because these dudes want to act, yeah, exactly. Hey, man, these dudes want to act like they don't see, like yesterday, they put up this tweet, right, about Golden Boy Promotions. And how DAZN cannot survive in America without Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy has 3 fighters. And only one of them is they've got 2 fighters that have any fan base in the United States whatsoever. One has the fan base about equal to Jaron Ennis. And the other one has zilch and Jaime Munguia. But yet, Golden Boy, why don't you talk about Golden Boy going broke? When are you guys going to come up with how Golden Boy has no fighters and how Golden Boy never makes any good fight? When is the last good Golden Boy fight that you've seen or heard about being made? Please let me know. Hey, said, I just dropping random letters. Hey, how you out? Hey, what's going on, William? Old School Art in the building. Always good to see you, brother. He said, I can't wait for Tank to sleep the rest of the division. Tank is different than the rest of the boxing world. We'll see. What's going on, William? Old School Art. Let me get that thing for my man, old time subscriber, man. Been around since the days of the days. Avery 81st said, got to match John on at least one super chat. That man showing us up, man. He show up every day, bro. That's the dude right there. Bronze Boy promotion. He's like, yeah, exactly, man. But like no criticism for them. No criticism for them whatsoever. And the fact that they have not made a decent. Has there been a good Jaime Munguia fight yet? No. Has there been a good, some type of top-notch fight for Ryan Garcia yet? No. Has there been one for Virgil Ortiz? No, absolutely not. None of them have fought anybody, but yet they are the saving grace of the zone in America. Now we know who pays you, brother. Now we know who pays you. I need to get one of them gigs. Williams, a Rise podcast, salute fellas, and Tank is my guy. Yeah, Tank is interesting, man. Tank is somebody who can sit back and make everybody mad. Like, just sit back and make everybody mad because these dudes ain't doing nothing. Sorry. And if anybody needs to be calling, hey, what's going on, Chop Money? Where's T Wells? I didn't see T Wells. What's going on, T Wells, brother? How you feeling, man? For nine, I can't remember the last good in-house fight by Golden Boy. The last halfway decent in-house fight by Golden Boy was Rocha versus Blair Cobbs. That was it. That's it. They have not had one. They don't have a roster worth anything. And they're the saving grace. If DAZN wanted to save grace, they would call Al Heyman and try to get the PBC over there. They could do something with the PBC's roster if they wanted to spend $1 billion. Spend $1 billion with Al Heyman. That is where I think you could actually, but they want to spend $1 billion and make a bunch of fights with UK fighters in the United States. He said that fight was piping hot trash. Hey, man, Cobbs ain't a bum. Woo! Yeah, Rocha was the best fight. Rocha with Speedy Rashidi Ellis, and you saw what happened there. Speedy Rashidi Ellis beat Rocha, so they stuck him on the bench and never let him off until he left. We go dine 713. It's H-Town thing. It's an H-Town thing, man. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, what's going on, Adrian Molina? Say good morning for 9 in the chat. Greetings, John. Who is the real cat and always acknowledging people? Greetings to John. Who is a real cat and always acknowledging people? Oh, yeah, man. Cobbs is a beast. That Duckman Crawford next fight. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. We're getting David Avancian. He tried to use that $1 billion to take PBC fighters instead of working with PBC. Yeah, that's easy money. If they could have signed a PBC, I mean, they had a bunch of great fighters. Could have had a lot of great fights. People would have been amped on it. A whole demographic. You know, like Steve, like they say, the demographic. The demographic would have liked it. You know, the demographic that y'all don't like. Fahim Sator said, I tried to use that. Okay, I got that, man. John Boy said, honestly, it's people that show up and are cool, productive in the chat. Man, I still owe people wrenches. Hey, man, we all good, man. Dave Williams said, good morning, Fanon, in the chat, in the crew. I hope it's all blessed and wonderful. It's pretty good, man. Can't complain, brother. Can't complain about it. But let me get back on this, man. So I have no idea how in the world Terence Crawford can justify that. Saying that. I have no idea how this dude in one breath is going to say he's not going to fight Jermell Charlo because he has too many mandatories and all that, when he himself can easily be a mandatory. Hold on one second. Yep. You'll be the mandatory eventually. Actually, even if that man has his mandatory, I think you can, because he's a super champ, he can go right up there and probably see if you can get somebody to pay some step aside money to whatever his name is, the WBC guy, and move on and fight that dude. You see Terence Crawford going around trying to fight Fundora and guys like that. I've been saying for years, Crawford a dog. Ain't nobody beating him. Spence my dog, but he ducked the bullet. But I got him beating Charlo. Nah, dude, he didn't duck a bullet. The bullet stayed in the gun, Trent. He didn't duck a bullet. The man ducked, bro. The guy that you said is the ducked. He ducked. And Charlo is going to beat him. Fight Charlo. He ain't fight nobody's daggone Charlo, bro. You think he's going to beat Jermell too? Go on ahead up there, man. Let him go fight David Benavidez, man. Let me see what he got for David Benavidez since you got Jermell Charlo in your mouth. I don't believe that, man. Crawford ducked, man. He lost. I mean, dude, I don't believe him anymore. He's got to reprove himself to me. After that duck, you got to do it again, man. I just can't. I still can't believe that, man. Still can't believe it, because I didn't think he would do that. You got me eating crow with Fahim Sator. And I never want to have to do that. Absolutely, positively never wants to do it. Bud stops Beterbiev. Yeah, man, just go ahead and move him on up there and fight Beterbiev too. Since it's easy money, since it's going to be easy money in his fourth weight class against the undisputed champion, who, by the way, is a absolute positive knockout artist. Guys, Crawford is all talk. You can't believe nothing coming out of his mouth. Dude, that sounds like all talk. That sounds like all talk. Hell, Tank more likely stops Bud ducking Crawford. Man, look, dude. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. John Bowie in the building said E. Snooty and upper echelon rent if possible. Absolutely, sure. I have no qualms doing that whatsoever. No qualms with it. Okay, and E. Snooty. I got to see E. Snooty. Can you put something in the comment section? Oh, there you go. Hold on, let me check you. Oh, shoot. Let me check you first. God dog, I got to check it first, though. Yeah, you popped up with that too quick. Okay, yeah, there you go. you couldn't have faked that. Man, that dude right there, man, I swear that man caused so many, just such a jerk, bro. E. Snooty. Hold on one second, E. Snooty. All right, there you go. All modded up in the building. Williams said, Terry Schmoot, dang, bro, you smoking a good ish. Hey, John Boy said, I know, but you did a name change. Oh, you talking about E. Snooty, or you talking about upper echelon? Did a name change? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Sean Clark, I've been in every chat before the fight fell through, telling everybody Bud was going to duck. Fanon, you even checked me about it, saying we wouldn't put that on him. You're right, Sean Clark. I did. But the more he talks, the more you know he ducked. Because now he's saying if the fight doesn't happen, it's just one of those fights that don't happen. Blaming the history of boxing. Blaming the history of boxing. Well, it's just one of those things that happen. If you don't get that fight, dude, whoever gave that dude that money for that fight, bro, hey, man, you are not good for boxing, man. I can't believe dude, seriously, man, whoever gave that dude that money need to be arrested. like for real. Seriously, man, God dog, bro. Crawford is the duck. Hey, man, you got Crawford. Trent Beverly said, Crawford the duck. I'm not reading that, bro, because that man is a duck, man. He is a duck until he fights Errol Spence. At which point in time, I will take it back. You know what I'm saying? At which point in time, I'll take it back. But I'm not taking it back until he fights that man. Until that, he's a duck. Sorry. You guys can say what you want, man. You're just going to sit there. Who says that? Who says that? Well, this is just going to be one of those great fights, historic fights that everybody wanted that just doesn't happen. Why? Because I'm a jerk. That's why. Because I'm a jerk. This man is going to sit up there and say, well, this is one of the fights that just, one of those historical fights that just never happened. If it doesn't happen, hey. Nah, bro, you're a duck if it doesn't happen. Okay? You're a duck. You claim you're better than that man, but do not want to prove it. You're a fraud if you do not fight that man. Okay? In my opinion, you are a fraud if you don't fight that man. Because if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen because of you. It's not. No, you can't say Errol, because Errol ain't the one saying, well, if it doesn't happen, he's just one of those fights that just doesn't take place, Like, I'm historic for that. It's just one of those historic fights that don't happen. My God. Brian Custer did a good job asking unbiased questions while acknowledging some of the BS Bud was saying. Custer's facial expressions were perfect. You can't hide that stuff. Like, man, how are you going to stand behind that, man? How are you going to stand behind that, bro? You put that crap up in here again, Trent Beverly, I'm going to throw your ass out forever. Thank you, bro. I have to get ready for work. God bless everybody. Hey, Barbara D. Much love, John Boy. Thank you for that support, bro. Why are you still talking about it, Bud? Just shut up. You ducked. Yes, pretty much, man. Because people are asking him the questions, though. That's why. But he doesn't have any problem with it. He has no shame in his duck. Got to give him that, man. You got to give him that. William Osko Start said, Fanon, the problem is Bud saw the damage to Ugas and Brook. Bud has decided he doesn't need that type of fight. Bud wants to retire undefeated, and Spence will derail that. I think there may be some truth to that. Unfortunately, I think there may be some truth in that. I'm just amazed by his attitude and how anybody can remain a fan of his with that attitude. Dude, that is some amazing thing to say. Well, if it doesn't happen, it's just one of those fights that don't happen. No duh. Well, it'll happen next year if at all. But you really wanted the fight so bad. Your guy does not want that fight. Can Bud, dude, your boy, I just am so sorry, man. Your boy does not want that fight. He is not interested in that fight. There's no other way to interpret that. And somebody bailed him out to go to Black Prime. And they're not going to bail him out twice because that fight is going to flop beyond flop unless they money laundering or something. There ain't no reason for him to be getting $10 million to go fight that guy on that network. That doesn't even make any sense. But hey, if Jermell said he made $10 million, oh no, he's lying. Man, y'all, come on, man. He said, Fanon, yes, he does. That's why he's all over the place with his comments. He's feeling it. Trust me. I mean, man, look, dude. That dude is man, seriously, man, that is just, they need to start, man, get out of here. Trent Beverly, you're leaving. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Shut up for 5 minutes till you make you said he need to start stripping belts better? There's no reason to strip Terence Crawford of the belt. I had to put you out for 5 minutes, though. You'll be back. Blessings, brother. I appreciate the jewels. Hey, man, Carl Thomas. Hey, brother. What's going on, bro? Always good to see you, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming back, brother. Yeah, man. There's literally nothing to save this man's career if he does not fight this dude. I'm telling you, man, for the rest of this dude's career, I'm going to be talking about this dude's a duck. When this dude is done with his career, I'm going to talk about this dude's a fraud. This man is going to go down with like Primo Carnera. Like a built-up fighter, bro. You say how good he is, but he's built up. He may be a very, very good fighter, but he's got a built-up record. because he's never fought anybody that ever had a chance to beat him. And the first time he has a chance where a lot of people think he's going to lose, he doesn't fight the guy and goes fight somebody that he knows he's going to beat. And then he won't fight the guy. He's not going to fight the guy that he said he would fight if Spence Jr., if the Spence Jr. fight didn't go through, who did he say he was going to fight? If he does not fight Spence Jr. and he does not fight Jermell Charlo, he has a totally manufactured record. Manufactured. Selected fighters selected for him to beat so that he will continue to win fights. He said if he was not going to fight, Terence Crawford, he was going to fight Charlo. But now, he's got all those. Now Charlo has all those mandatories. He had those mandatories when you said that, Jermell. I mean, he had it. He had all the mandatories when Terence Crawford said it the first time. But you're going to go, who's next after advancing him? Oh, it's just one of those great fights. It'll never happen. And said it out of his mouth. But it's Errol that doesn't want the fight as bad as him. Oh, shit. God dang, bro. Mr. Pragmatic said, I'm convinced no one in Crawford's camp sees him as anything but dollar signs because they won't stop him from continually embarrassing himself. Bro, they call that shit, they call that promoting the fight, I guess. E. Snooty in the building said Crawford needs to promote his fight with inflation. Besides talking about Spence and Charlo, he wouldn't want BLK Prime taking his guarantee as collateral. Man, it's crazy. Big time. Carl Thomas is huge, brother. Buy his albums today. Much love in that. Or buy his CDs. Well, they don't buy albums and CDs, huh, Mr. Thomas, anymore. They do the you got to go buy some music from Carl Thomas today. Much love in that super chat, brother. That's huge. Thank you, bro. Big time supporting the channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely huge, bro. Yeah, man. Carl Thomas on with them big bucks again, bro. Freddie Jimenez said, Martin, I was looking at The Last Stand with Crawford, and man, oh man, did you see that? Did you see that interview, Martin? Yeah, I saw enough of it. I listened to this man stand up there and just be a dude that does not want to fight. Just, oh my God, man. Potato Chip 777. If Bud loses to Errol, are his accolades diminished? He would only be remembered by a loss. Can't see that fight happening. No, his accolades are diminished by not fighting him. If he fought and it was a great fight, he could go down as a great fighter. You don't go down as a great fighter from running from your top competition. You don't. You do not go down as a great fighter for running from your best competition to go fight nobodies and claim out of your mouth that if it doesn't happen, no biggie. I beat Julius Ndungo already. This man is trying to act as if his win over Julius Ndungo clears him of any need to beat Errol Spence Jr. His greatness was solidified with Julius Ndungo. That's what that man is saying. And again, I can't say enough thank you to Carl Thomas. Thank you, sir. Rick Tim said, Fanon, switching gears a bit, since his co-defendant has pled guilty and is facing 30 years, what do you think happens to Felix Verdejo when he goes to trial February 27th? Life sentence, maybe, probably. I don't see Felix Verdejo getting out of that, but I don't know anything. I don't know any of the facts, honestly. But if his co-defendant pled guilty, then he probably testified against him. I don't know. And is there a death penalty is there a death penalty in Puerto Rico? Who knows, man? It's tough, bro. That's hard. That's hard on him, bro. Yeah, Carl Thomas guy. I wish I could sing, man. Man, I wish I could sing. I got family that can sing. I'm just jealous. Like, man, they can sing. And people that can really sing. There are some people that can sing, carry a tune, and then there are people that can really sing. Carl Thomas can really sing. Timeout, Terry Schmoot. What is that? Terry Schmoot, when has Errol beaten a unified champion? Bud has. Yeah, it's Undungo. It's Ndungo. But unified champion, what does that mean? Not that you're being serious, but so what? It's Julius Ndungo. If you think Julius Ndungo absolves you of Errol Spence Jr., there's something wrong with you. And there's something wrong with boxing, man. Obviously, we know there's something wrong with boxing. I want to know why in the world there's anybody defending that man for what he's doing and saying. What difference does it make how much money you're making? No, no penalty. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, he's going to be stuck up in there for a while, man. Good thing he got some hands. He's not that big, though. Because what's Felix Verdejo, a lightweight? Unfortunate, man. You got to control your temper, partner. Oh, going to play Carl Thomas while celebrating Thanksgiving? Yes, sir. Upper echelon. Oh, John Boy back there, man. That man said, Carl Thomas and my guy, C. Dewberry. Hope you're well, bro. Haven't seen you in a few days. I saw C. Dewberry was here yesterday. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for that support. C. Dewberry was here yesterday. Yeah, he was. Oh, that's what's up. I kicked it with Carl Thomas. He lives here in Houston as well. He's my homie Tyrone's close friend. They host little mixers at bars near downtown. Oh, that's what's up. Next time I go, man, you gotta let me know. Might give him that. What did he say? Oh, might give him like 15, 20 at most. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a long time. Lord, that's a long time, bro. Bill Haney still, man. Look, dude. Look, man. That stuff's all comedy, man. All that stuff is comedy. None of those guys are lightweight and fought anybody. They're all jokes until all of them dudes. None of them dudes have fought anybody. The thing that gets me though is that I don't understand why people don't act as if, dude. There's no win, in my opinion. What's the best win for Shakur? Oscar Valdez, right? Oscar Valdez, and I don't think he's as good as Jose Pedraza. Right? I don't think he's as good as Jose Pedraza. I could be wrong, but I don't think that he is. I don't think he's as well-rounded. I don't think that I don't think he's got the talent that Jose Pedraza has. And so that's his best win. I would take Jose Pedraza over that. Honestly, man, I think that Leo Santa Cruz is better than Jose Pedraza. I mean, Leo Santa Cruz is better than Oscar Valdez. I don't get how people keep acting and forgetting that Gervonta has actually fought people. So you're so busy talking about how he's not fighting the guy you want to fight, but you don't give this man any credit for fighting the people that he actually fought. He a drug, Oscar Valdez. Yeah, he got caught. I mean, why don't you guys give credit for this man who he actually fought? Dude, Leo Santa Cruz is no joke. But it's like Leo Santa Cruz, for some reason, just doesn't count. Like, Leo Santa Cruz better than JoJo Diaz. Leo Santa Cruz is much better than JoJo Diaz. Much better than JoJo Diaz. Better than Jorge Linares. John Boy said, Valdez ain't no Leo Santa Cruz, ain't no Isaac Cruz, ain't no Barrios. I mean, see, look, like Isaac Cruz might be able to say something about Isaac Cruz. I think Isaac Cruz or Isaac Cruz is a good fighter. But you may be able to say, well, I don't know yet about him. Really, and I think that's fair on the Isaac Cruz thing. On Isaac Cruz. But you can't say anything about Mario Barrios, man. You can't say anything about Leo Santa Cruz. You can't say anything about Jose. Can't say anything about Jose Pedraza. And quiet as kept, bro. Quiet as kept. Dude, Rolly Romero will beat I will take Rolly Romero over George Kambosos. I don't know who wins. Who you got between Rolly Romero and George Kambosos? I ain't gonna lie though. I do think Rolly Romero's kind of garbage. John Bowie in the building. Cruz and Barrios all I have a turn. We say Cruz and Barrios all have an I turn you off button. Yeah, that's no doubt. Santa Cruz got heart problems. Why you say that? Why do you say that, Fahim? Look, man, Rolly ain't bad. At the very least, he can crack. Yeah, I mean, but dude, Kambosos is nothing, bro. George Kambosos is nothing but luck. That is luck. That's luck. No joke. That's luck right there. I mean, as in that luck that you got to fight him. Man, that dude is trash, bro. Oh, because he's an unapologetic duck. You mean like Terence Crawford is? Like Terence Crawford is. An unapologetic duck. An unapologetic duck. That's Terence Crawford. Terence is going to rub the biggest duck in the history of boxing in your face and say, well, it's just one of those times where somebody ducks a big fight. Are you kidding me? You think saying that helps you, man? Hey, Fanon, I step away. Did you read my member chat? David Williams member chats don't even be showing up, man. Sorry about that. Let me I didn't see it, but I'm gonna go back and get it. My man David Williams said, Fanon, with so much going on with Bud, he might get knocked out. I hope he don't pronounce his name wrong. David Bob Squarepants Bud is not focused. I mean, seriously, man, that's how to get knocked out by a tomato can. Bro, he can walk out. He can fight that man. He can fight that man without a training camp. He can fight that man without a training camp. Much love in that super chat, David Williams, bro. Thank you so much, bro. And thank you for letting me know, because sometimes those things don't come through. Watch this. God, I hope this don't get you, Starborn. Yeah, got it. I didn't have to time you out to get rid of your comment, Starborn. Had to clip that one. Had to clip you. Are you going to do a video on Jermell calling B-Side Bud a clout chaser who built a lot of his career using Arrow's name, said he's not serious? Oh, yep, pretty much. Yeah, you can count on it. Pretty much. Much love in that super chat. I'm clipping all $25 million comments, brother. I'm clipping all 25 million. You're not on timeout, though. Only for you, Star 007, will I delete the comment, but not put you on timeout. So, yeah, that got to go, bro. C. Dewberry said, I've been busy lately. I haven't seen the new damage control interview from Bud. Was it bad? Of course it was. Of course it was. This man said, again, for the millionth time, that fight's probably not going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, so what? It's just one of those great fights that never happened. And how easily he would beat Jermell Charlo, but he's not going to fight Jermell Charlo either, because Jermell Charlo has mandatories. Since Jermell Charlo has so many mandatories, well, you know that fight's not going to happen. And if I don't fight Arrow next year, that fight doesn't happen. But hey, I'm a Hall of Famer. No, you're not. You're a duck. You're an absolute positive duck. And you should be ashamed of yourself for ducking out here this blatantly and thinking people are going to fall for that nonsense. It's ridiculous. Nobody else in boxing would say that except for Pajama Man. Only Pajama Man would say that. That's the guy, man. I blame Canelo. Haney will not fight Gary Antoine Russell. at 140, but claim he got the best of Tank in sparring. Well, he said he would, bro. Bud did not try to make that fight, bro. Yeah, I tried to climb Mount Everest. He didn't try to make squat. That man tried to use Errol Spence Jr.'s name to get another deal, and he did it. Just like he used Errol Spence Jr.'s name in his contract with Bob Arum to get an extra payday. That man is used, from what I understand, he's made about $12 million off of pimping Errol Spence Jr.'s name. Who's the duck? Terence Crawford is a duck. That's who the duck is. Terence Crawford's the duck. That's who the duck is. I've clearly already said who the duck is. The duck is Terence Crawford. Fanon, how far did you make it up Mount Everest? Well, I didn't really even get out of my house. I needed to catch a flight, but the flight was a little too expensive. I got paid more money to walk around the block. Somebody offered me $25 million to walk around the block. So I said, hey, I'll take it. You know what I mean? You're a duck and a fraud, more importantly. Not only is your boy a duck, your boy's a fraud. Because now he's not going to try to fight Jermell. Now he ain't going to try to fight Jermell. Because he doesn't need that either. If he didn't get Errol, he was going to fight Jermell. Wasn't he? What happened to that? Starborn, give me another excuse. I need another excuse. Since he wasn't going to fight, since he said, if I don't fight Errol, I'm moving up to fight Jermell. But now I can't do that because, because Jermell's got too many mandatories. He had the mandatories when you said that. He had the mandatories when you said that to start with. So you knew he had mandatories when you said that. So maybe it's just like when you were running around out there in Dubai, wherever you were, talking about, I'm searching for the big fish. I'm looking for, man, you are pimping Errol's name, man. That's what you're doing. You're using Errol Spence Jr.'s name to get paid. That's what you did. You held all that out, and the whole time you said you don't ever see the fight happening. And you don't. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I got to see R. Kelly in one of his last contracts a month before they locked him up. Man, that dude can really, really sing. That's a talented dude, bro. I mean, seriously, man, that dude is terrible, man. Fanon agreed to climb all mountains, but signed the waivers. Yeah, I would have climbed Mount Everest, but John Boy gave me a $5 super chat. So I decided not to do it. You know what I mean? I wanted my money up front. I would have done it, but they didn't give me my money up front. I've been saying 23 going to be lit and Bud ducking, and with Bud ducking, fights are getting made as we speak, and will be better than I expect. Hey, man, it looks really, really good, man. Honestly, man, until Terence Crawford got in the way, 2022 was looking really good. 2022 was looking great until Terence Crawford's negotiation held up a bunch of fights. Which means, man, I don't even want to hear him do for nine, but you got tax-free money climbing Mount Everest. Nah, man. Nah, I needed my money up front, bro. I needed my money up front, and you know what it is. So, you know what it is. I got to feed my family. The $25 million I would have gotten wasn't enough. I mean, I can't be waiting for that. Whatever. John Boy, can you hold up? Can you pay David, what's his name, step aside money to cancel a fight, but you can't do nothing for a fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Charlo Usy? You don't like Bud, do you? Bud is a duck. You can make it personal if you like. I don't know Bud to like him or not like him. It's a duck. No, bro. Nobody's paying you $25 million for a fight. You're about to sell out 15 fight. You're about to sell 15 tickets in Omaha, Nebraska and lose people a ton of money. No, man. Ain't nobody giving you. Need $25 million to fight Errol. You need a $25 million guarantee to fight Errol. You're a duck for asking. You're a duck. I need $25 million to fight Errol. You're a duck. You're a duck is what you are. You need 25. You turn down 10 million to get 10 million. You turn down money. And 25 million. Whatever, bro. For now, you duck Mount Everest for easy blues. Hey, man. Nah, I didn't. Man, that dude's a duck. You don't like him, do you? He's a duck. And I'm getting sick of y'all trying to say that man ain't a duck. That man is a duck. Stop trying to sweet talk it. That man ducked that fight, man. Now Spence is too flat-footed. Exactly. He's too flat-footed. He ran. That boy ran from that flat-footed dude. See, Moss Pat said, yeah, he held up a lot of other boxes with that long A duck. When he said he was going to beat Charlo after Spence, I felt he wasn't fighting them. Hey, man, he's going to fight Charlo, but now he can't fight Charlo. Now there's a reason not to fight Charlo. And fighting Charlo's Undisputed isn't worth, he's not on my level. So he has to understand he's not on our level. Bro, you're not, what do you mean? What level are you on? You don't sell no tickets. You don't sell tickets. You don't sell pay-per-views. What do you mean? What level? I mean, you're not on Gervonta Davis's level. Dude, who you think Black Prime is going to take? You or Gervonta Davis? This dude is not on Gervonta Davis's level. Talking about Jermell. Like Terence, you're not on Errol's level. You're not on Errol's level. It's amazing. Like, what level are you talking about? Because if you're talking about in the ring, that man is an undisputed champion. He's clearly on your level because he's an undisputed champion, just like you were. That puts him on your level, without a doubt. He's an undisputed champion. You say that you're in the Hall of Fame because you were an undisputed champion. Why isn't he on your level? If you're talking about how much money he said, tickets he does and all of that, dude, he's on your level too. You're not on Errol's level, but you want 50-50 or 60-40 your way. You need 25 million to fight him. Man, dude, God, dog, I know that's exactly why Bob Arum was like, nah, man, I can't deal with this dude no more. Anyway, though. So, yeah, I'm going to light him up because it's ridiculous, man. And you guys should light him up. And you should light him up. Otherwise, everybody else is going to do this. People learn from examples. Oh, I don't have to take tough. You don't have to take tough fights. Why take them? If you can get $10 million for David Avancian and not fight Errol, the fight that everybody wants to see, the fight that will lock you in as one of the greatest fighters of probably the greatest fighter of your era. Nah, I'm all right with that. Errol needs me more than I need him. Maybe the fight will happen. Maybe the fight won't happen. Come on, man. I hope Bud catch you on the back block. You hope he catches me so he can do what to me? You hope he catches me? Catches me for what? Get the fuck out of my chat, bro. You hope he catches me? Or is he going to beat me up? Oh, Crawford going to beat me up? Is that what you hope? Because you don't want to see him fight Errol. He can go, you want to see him beat up a 53-year-old man that is not a boxer. Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be courageous. That would be courageous of him. That's tough guy stuff right there, huh? Dude, you're a bigger punk. Dude. Okay. You straight up say that you hope that Terence Crawford catches me. What is that going to do but get him dropped with a gigantic lawsuit and I'm going to take all his money? So what are you talking about? You hope that man hurts me? You don't want to see him fight Errol. You want to see him go fight somebody in a back room. You're a bigger punk. You're a bigger punk than he could ever be for even saying that. No, that's a Bud. That's why you a Bud fan, huh? You like seeing mismatches, obviously. Well, he might as well be fighting me, fighting David Avancian, Avon Nation. My God, man, what kind of dude are you? You're like, oh yeah. I want to see Bud catch a beat up a YouTuber for saying he ducked Errol Spence. Man, okay. What a chump, man. What are you, a full-fledged chump, bro? You are a full-fledged chump. Man, that dude, let me tell you something, man. You better hope Terence Crawford ain't walking up into people in alleys. Because guess what? Dudes don't use fists in alleys. Not in Texas. Anyway, Adrian Molina says Spence should pull a 50 move and buy the first row of seats, set up front with contract in hand and call Bud out loud who the real big fish. Nah, bro. I mean, my God, man. What a that's what you want, bro? Nah, dude. I got my money on for 9. Let me tell you something. There ain't even no need to speculate on that. Hit me. Hit me. What? How much you just get paid for your last fight? Okay. Okay. Anyway, bro, like I said, man, that's the kind of dude you are, bro. You'd rather see Bud fight somebody. You'd rather see Bud fight an overweight 53-year-old in a back alley than see him fight Errol Spence Jr. Like, yeah, that's gonna make him yeah, he's tough. Yeah, that you're a real tough guy there. Jesus. You guys are some, man, my goodness gracious, y'all some straight up cowards, bro. Hey, much love in that super chat, my man. Sean Oliver in the building with the $10 cash app. Thank you, bro. That is amazing. I mean, dude, the fact that you would even say that, bro, tells me what kind of human being you are. I hope Deontay Wilder catches you in the corner. What do you think I'm going to say? Oh, I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder? Like, yeah, I hope Deontay Wilder catches you. I hope Terence Crawford catches Errol Spence Jr. in a ring. How about that? Man, stop, Starborn. Your boy's a duck, bro. Your boy's a duck. He's a flat duck, man. He's a flat-out duck, and it's going to go forever. All right? It's going to be for that way. It's going to be that way, too. I swear, every time I say that dude's name, that dude could be that. If he don't fight Errol Spence Jr. or he don't fight Jermell Charlo, every time you say that man's name, that man is going to go down as a duck. Because don't bring that man's name up if you're not going to fight him. If you're not going to fight that man, don't say his name. You're not going to fight Jermell. That's why Jermell was, you missed my super chat. Kamal Oz, on my bad. Kamal Oz said, much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you for that support. Said Jermell Charlo said Duckford is jealous of Errol. Oh, man. He got you going and I got you going. What you mean he got you going? Man, shut your dumb man. He got me going. Get out of here. He got you going. And I got you going. See you later, partner. I'm supposed to get going. This is my live stream. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's like you being in a boxing match and I'm saying, he got you fighting. Yeah, he does. He has me fighting. Yeah, it's a boxing match, bro. This is a boxing conversation about sports. I'm supposed to get going. And I mean what I'm saying. C. Dewberry say, you missed one of my green super chats. My bad, brother. Sorry about that. Let me slide back. Oh, John Bowie. Missed that. He said, hey, sorry, have to stop. Our Lady bless us here. Hello, Queen. Good morning. Do you have a blessed day? Yeah, that about to be the only thing pull me off of that. He said, yeah, held up a lot of boxers that long. Yep, got that, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Kid the Great. And I do think I got you, brother. I remember C. Dewberry. C. Dewberry. Bud acts like being called a duck by most doesn't bother him. It does. He's going to be forced to fight Errol. Well, you know he's going to be forced to fight Errol if he wants to keep that. This is my prayer. John Boy says Sean Borden knows he can't afford the cup from EJ fight, but David, a fight should be affordable to him. Much love in that. So Sean Borden, man, go away with all that crap, bro. Come back under another name, bro. I hope he catches you in the alley. I hope somebody hurts you. Dude, this is boxing talk, bro. That man's getting $10 million. If he's getting $10 million to fight David Avancian, David Avanation, dude, he can take it. He can take it. Okay, you're getting paid $10 million. You can take the criticism. Okay, you'll be all right. I told you Spence fans are nonstop toxic. You guys want all the money, but King Bud name still ringing. Yeah, because he keeps ducking, he keeps talking. Yeah, no doubt about it, brother. But it is what it is, bro. I don't understand how they're toxic. Bud is doing all the talking. If Errol Spence Jr. said the same thing, dude, I would be on Errol Spence Jr. No joke. Do you doubt that? But hey, look, let me say something, man. If Errol Spence Jr. said, if he called out Jermell Charlo, and then when it's time to fight Jermell Charlo says, well, nah, I would have, but, you know, he's got all those mandatories, so, you know, but I'll beat his A. For now, protect yourself out there in these streets. You got to carry a Spence fight contract with you at all times. Duck hunt season. Hey, man, I ain't worried about that. None of that stuff, man. These dudes ain't tripping like that. That's some clown. That's some clown like RuPaul or somebody saying stupid stuff like that. Man, Starborn 007 is just trolling, bro. He's just trolling. That's all that is. Starborn knows the deal. Hey, man, y'all hit that like button though for me, man. Hit that like button, man. This is a good conversation today. We got 600 people in the building. Only 264 likes, man. Come on. But look, if he stops talking, I won't say anything about it. Spence contract is like kryptonite for Bud. Don't say the R word for nine. What's the R word? Oh, that's Canelo. I'm putting that on Canelo. That's Canelo. Canelo fights one more. If he fights John Ryder, that's what I'm gonna start calling him. And I'm telling you, man, I don't say that very, I don't say that loosely. But if Canelo Alvarez does not fight, if he avoids one more Mexican, if he does not fight a Mexican or a black person in his next fight, I'm going to call him a racist. And I'm going to mean it. Because, or let me put it this way, I'm going to say that I suspect that he is. Because there's no way in the world you can go that long without finding a black fighter to fight. You must not want to touch him. Like, at this point, like, how in the world do you fight? How do you not fight blacks and Mexicans for that long? I'm gonna call it spade a spade. Just call it like you see it. If you get rid of all of the talk that Bud, all the explanations, you can call it an explanation if you like Bud. You can call it an excuse if you don't like Bud. Pick the word. Every explanation that Bud gives for not fighting Errol Spence Jr., you take every one of those away and you call a spade, that man ducked Errol Spence Jr. Because the only thing we know for sure is he doesn't want the fight and he doesn't care about the fight. How do you not care about the biggest fight of your career? This man will even say that this is not the big. He will probably say it's not the big. If you ask him now, well, look, you can say he's not, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I think you really got to go out of your way not to fight anybody. I mean, he could pick one that he could beat. Rick Timms. How about fighting one that you can beat? There's plenty of Mexicans that he can fight and beat. There's plenty of black fighters that he can fight and beat. But he's not fighting him at all. There's cherries in every color. There's cherries of every nationality, of every race, creed, and color. There's a cherry. There's a cherry pick in every race, creed, and color. And the fact that he refuses to fight them makes me believe there's something going on with him. He'll spar him if it's Frankie Sanchez, I guess. Maybe that'll get him out of it. Well, he's got some sparring partners. He hired some people. But he won't let him eat. What is that? Asante L. What is this? Oh. How do you duck Boo Boo Andrade for 10 years? Look, man, how do you not fight Charlo? How do you not fight Jermell? How do you not fight David Benavidez? How do you not fight David Morrell? How do you fight? I mean, dude, it's a tougher fight at 168 against Anthony Durrell. Anthony Durrell is a harder fight than Yildirim. How about Anthony? How about just give me Anthony Durrell? How about that? How about give me the guy Lonnie? What's Lonnie's name? The dude Lonnie. What about him? You know what I mean? Man, fight Jose Ramirez on a dare. You know? That's somebody, man. I heard the blacker the cherry, the sweeter the fruit, or something like that. Hey, man. Look, man, all I'm saying is, look, if the dude doesn't fight a black fighter or a Mexican fighter soon, then I'm just like, no joke, bro. You got to call it what it is. This man has fought one black fighter in the last 7 years. He's fought one Mexican fighter in the last 7 years. It will be 8 years after that. There's no way that you're not doing that on purpose. Okay? I'm sorry, bro. If you cannot find a black person to hire at McDonald's, brother, that's something you ain't looking for one. Okay? Well, we just can't find the employee at McDonald's. You can't find a black person to flip a burger at McDonald's. Are you kidding me? You know, like you on the south side of Chicago, you cannot find south side of Chicago and you can't find a Mexican or a black person to hire at your McDonald's. I don't think you're looking. How about that? Hey, man, can we got 300 likes in the building? Can we get them likes up? Thank you, brother. Yeah, so I don't want to hear it. If you don't fight Jermell or Errol, that's 7 belts in the 2 weight classes that you're associated with. 7 of them. The only belt you got is 1, and you're happy with that. The other 7, I don't need those other 7. My legacy is set. Bro, call it what it is, man. If we didn't know anything about this, we would call it a duck. The more I know about it, the more it looks like he ducked. The less I know about it, the more it looks like he ducked. Either way you go. Fanon, you're making my case stronger saying Canelo is a bigger duck than Bud. Thanks. I mean, he is a bigger duck than Bud in the sense that, you know, he's ducking more people. But this is the biggest single duck of the century. There is no bigger duck this century than this. Period. And the people that enabled the duck, shame on you. I hope you lose all your money. Nah, I don't. I don't want you to lose all your money. I don't want to put that out on anybody. However, you know you're about to lose a lot of money in this because ain't nobody watching that fight, bro. Ain't nobody watching that trash can fight. But then right after that, he's going to be back talking about Errol. Right back at it. Watch. Right back at it. Only problem is Errol, I hope Errol doesn't entertain it. Fanon got me heated because he says Canelo's next opponent might be John Ryder, and now I can see Canelo not fighting him. Fanon, please put up that in the atmosphere because it is too logical. I can't see Canelo not. No, he's going to fight him next. He already said he needs a tune-up before he goes back to his other European. No joke, man. I'm telling you, this man is not going to fight a Mexican fighter or a black fighter till at least 2024. At least 2024 before he does it. He's done it twice. It's 8 years. It's 8 years. And you blame Charlo and Andrade and Benavidez. And these people that support him are, they're that. And they're not, in Ring Magazine ain't said a word. Don't even see it. No, don't even notice it. They don't even notice it. Oh no, these are champions. These are undefeated champions. Dude, I can understand. I can understand. And I mean this. I can understand if Monster Inoue, when he was at 115 pounds, never fought anything but Japanese. I could understand that because that is a Japanese weight class and there's a zillion Japanese fighters in there. But if you tell me that Monster Inoue cannot find a 115-pound Japanese dude to fight, you're lying. If all he does is fight 115-pound dudes from, God dog, I don't know, Russia? Dude, the best one little itty-bitty dudes are from Japan and Mexico. Because they're the ones that have all those fighters. How's he going to avoid it? How do you avoid it 160 pounds fighting black fighters? And Mexican fighters at 160 and 168. How do you do that? If you're not Joe Calzaghe. And even then, God dog, you can't tell me you can't find nobody, even in the UK. John Ryder, Rocky Fielding, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Dmitry Bivol, who you thought you could beat, Sergey Kovalev, who you thought you could beat. I know their styles. I know their styles. I know I can beat that style. Yeah, a guy that's not going to move much. Or Caleb Plant, a guy that can't punch. Or at least you thought he couldn't punch. John Boy said, but I have a suspicion that David Benavidez has already cracked that egg on Anthony Durrell. John Boy said, Bud ducked the biggest fight of the 2000s. The true fight, the fight true boxing fans wanted. Two guys top of the division and both ranked top 3 in most pound for pound list. Yeah, and he said no to that fight. It wasn't important. It's just a big one that doesn't happen. Just like all these other times people do it. Name it. Name it. Name 2 fighters that were both in the top 5 pound for pound at the same time, in the same weight class, that didn't fight. Name it. Let me know. Only one that I know, and matter of fact, it's not even that one. AJ's fans were acting like Deontay Wilder didn't beat anybody. At least AJ and those fans just lied. Oh, you didn't beat anybody. Deontay Wilder needs to fight Dillian Watt. Deontay Wilder needs to fight Dillian Watt Who is he beating? He's never beaten a top 10 opponent ever. I can't. That's the wrong pronunciation. He's never beaten one. He needs to fight Dillian Whyte. At least they had the common sense to act like the other guy wasn't good. But you can't do that with Errol. You can't do that with Errol. You tell me somebody else that did that besides Errol. Besides Terence Crawford. Nobody. Nobody. You can say Canelo. You look at Canelo and Jermell. That doesn't apply because they were in the weight class when there were multiple other champions in the weight class at the same time. The two guys that were in the pound for pound at the time that they fought was Canelo and Gennady Golovkin. So you can't even say Canelo did that. Who are these people? Who? You can't even say Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. Because Riddick Bowe that's a mandatory. That's not a unit. That's not a Lennox Lewis having 3 belts and you refusing to fight the guy. That's not even that. Name one. I mean, that would be like Evander Holyfield not fighting Lennox Lewis. Maybe. Mike Tyson dude, I don't even know one. Seriously, man, there's nobody that name one that has done that. Where you have 2 guys, both in their prime or close to their prime, both of them in the top 3 pound for pound, 2 of the top 3 fighters in the world in the same weight class with all the belts, and you had one of them say, I don't really need that fight. I've already done that. You ain't done anything near that. Terence Crawford has not done anything near what he refused to do with Errol Spence. Nothing near. Oh, but it's the money, or it was the timing for the fight. Nothing near it, man. Nothing near it. And I'll go to the bottom of the section, bottom of the comment section, so y'all can tell me who did that. Because I don't know anybody that did that. Canelo Alvarez said the WBC. Much love to Kamal Oz in that super chat, bro. Can't make him fight anyone. He's so arrogant. Supposedly the IBF has ordered him to fight William Scully, an Afro-Cuban. Dude, they can't make him do it. He'll drop the belts. He's telling the truth. He'll drop the belts. He'll drop the belts. Nobody in Yahoo Los Angeles. He said, Keith Sweat, nobody. Can you find that did that? Nobody. Haney did and Charlo about 2-9. What is that you talking about? They will beg him not to. What are you talking? I don't know. But seriously, Pac-Man claimed needles weakened him. He wouldn't take Vada. Bro, he fought him. He did not have Bob Arum and all that stuff. He fought him. He never entered in negotiations. He never said he never needed the fight. Never did he turn that fight down. Except for they said, I'm not taking $40 million guaranteed. Nobody. Dang, they're half a year of deception. Bro, they were in a negotiation. He said he agreed to all their terms. All they were waiting on is a couple more things to sign. He flat out lied. It's gonna happen down the road. He's been saying the whole time, dude. He's just faking it. Budman Crawford is scared of EJ, Charlo, and Boots. I'm telling you right now, DH, I can't wait. Dude, please, WBO, please be good. Please be good, WBO, and order that fight with Jerron and Terence Crawford. Please. Please order that fight. Please put him as the mandatory. I hope Virgil Ortiz make that fight with Stanionis. And then when they make that fight with Stanionis, then there is no other route for Terence Crawford at that WBO belt other than to fight Jaron Ennis. Order that fight. Hey, Fanon, why isn't Shakur able to force a mandatory when Haney at 130 for one of the belts he held at 130? I thought that was the reason behind him releasing the belts and being stripped. I don't know that he can't, but Bob Arum's not going to make the fight. Bob Arum already has him signed into a Lomachenko fight, so no need. He'll be the WBO mandatory. He'll get a mandatory shot for those belts. He's not going to get it next anyway because the Lomachenko is in line. But I don't know why he doesn't. He'd have to have Bob Arum asked to do it. Bob Arum has to make the request. He doesn't make the request. Bob Arum makes the requests. You know? Hey, Fanon, you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to beat Bud just like Bivol beat Canelo. Now, I'm going to tell you, Robert Robles, that is a great point. Because, I said that earlier. I wish I had just been more pronounced with it, but I said it a couple of times. I was like, because I knew the dude was on the Euro tour. So I'm like, dude, eventually he's going to run into one of these dudes and he's going to lose. He's being cute. He's going to run into one of these guys and lose. 175 is a cap for him. And if he's going to die on his sword, on Bivol to make Bivol a star, first, Bivol ain't never going to be a star, bro. Hey, said, hey, Fanon, I just when I thought Bud couldn't sink any lower in that duck pond, I looked up and he done went scuba diving in that mug. Dude, he's scraping the bottom of that. That man is way up underneath that man. Serious. That man about to pop some, man. Oh, man. That man don't want to fight. Now that man got a reason not to fight Jermell. But I'd whoop you. That's easy. That's easy. Oh, you'll beat him. That's easy. 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 That man is easy. Like, I need to hear you say that again. That it was easy. That it's going to be easy. Jermell is easy. If Jermell is easy, you should be fighting Errol. If Jermell is easy, what is David Avancian? What's David Avanation? If Terence, how is he going to call David Avanation a tough fight? People are saying, you know, that Terence, dude, that's C star 007. See, this man literally said that David Avanation is a tough fight. People think David Avanation is going to be an easy fight. He's not. He's a tough fight. But Jermell Charlo is an easy one. But Jermell Charlo is an easy one. You're either lying about one or you're lying about the other, or you're lying about both. But one way or the other, one of those things that came out your mouth, you don't believe. One of those words, one of those things you said that you came out your mouth, you do not believe. Because you cannot tell me that David Avanation, who got knocked out by Aegis Kalvanakis, who got beat by Lamont Peterson, who else beat him? Somebody else beat him. Is a tough fight, but Jermell Charlo is not. Can you help me with that, Star 007? I need to hear it, my guy. I need to hear it. Can you help me out with that? Can somebody help me out with that? I need to know. How does that work? How does that work? Come on. I need a Bud fan that didn't already get thrown out. How is David Avanation a tough fight, but Jermell Charlo an easy one? How is Julius Ndungo a career-defining fight, but Errol Spence is not? How? I don't need Errol Spence Jr. because I've already been undisputed. You beat Jermell, so when you became undisputed against Julius Ndungo, Julius Ndungo is the biggest fight of your career, but Errol Spence Jr. would not be. How does that work? How does that work? I'm waiting for my fellow Bud fans. Are you going to try to catch me in the back of an alley for saying that? If you got to try to catch me in the back of an alley to beat me up, that just tells me, dude, you know I'm right. David Avenation was a lie. They were both lies. They're both lies. How was Gamboa your hardest fight, but Jermell Charlo is easy? Pretty amazing, huh? It's pretty amazing logic. Then I like that, even though you're kind of biting off me a little bit, Fahim, but I appreciate that illustration. That works for me. Postall was tough. Julius Ndungo was career defining. But you don't need Errol because you have Julius Ndungo. I don't need Errol Spence Jr. fight because I beat Julius Ndungo. Imagine a featherweight trying to beat up Fanon. No, I don't want to imagine that. Man, them dudes are professional fighters, bro. I'm not fighting no 115 pounds. I don't care how small he is. You're a professional fighter, bro. The bigger they are, the harder they fall type stuff. Dude, I'm not underestimating nobody 115 pounds. I'm not doing it. They managed to get their hands around your neck. You're in trouble. Dog, I've been around them little bitty dudes, man. Them little bitty dudes are little itty bitty dudes, though. I ain't gonna lie. They are some little itty bitty dudes. However, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I'm hitting you with something. Like, trust me, no joke. Dog, if I felt it like I couldn't avoid it and I really felt threatened, man, are you kidding me? Man, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, trust me, I got a little bit of money. I'll go get me a taser. I'll go get me a taser and some mace. Some mace will lay you out and a taser will make you shake. Okay? Like, better leave me alone. Like, if I really felt that, oh, man, come on. I'm going to defend myself now. But it ain't going to be with these. No need, brother, because I ain't do nothing to deserve you to say nothing to me. I beat Julius Ndungo. Even my grandmama could beat Julius Ndungo. I mean, you know, Julius Ndungo was he won 2 belts. You know what I'm saying? He won 2 belts. I'm just telling you. No. There are no disrespect to women at all, but there are women, dude, you shouldn't just walk up on that woman. That woman got something for you if you walk up on that woman. So you don't think grown men will have something for you? Now he's fighting you. In no way. Because first of all, you whatever issue you got, whatever. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm out. Fanon gonna make duck stew and man, I ain't doing, man. Don't get me into that, bro. Before you do that, somebody gonna be like, well, Fanon said he could beat up Terence Crawford. No, I didn't. I don't engage in that type of YouTube stupidity. That man is a professional fighter who very well may wind up into the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna respect that man and what that man can do with his hands. I'm into speaking reality here. Okay? I'm into speaking reality. You're not gonna outthink me, partner. Okay? I'm not gonna outjab you, and you ain't gonna outthink me. So you stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane. Do not try to pull the wool over my eyes. You're not going to do it. I'm not a trusting individual, brother. And I listen very carefully to what people say. I had to learn that. I hope my son learns that. Man, that dude got to become a better listener, man. Really hurting himself by not listening. I'll fight Bud for 10 million, but he'll duck me. Look, he ducked Errol Spence for 30 million. That's my story. He took 10 million. He took 10 million for David Avanation. He took 10 million from David Avanation and didn't take 30 for Errol, or didn't take at least 20 for Errol. That's a $10 million desk, ducking $10 million in my book. But why? Because he'll go fight another one. And, I'll get this payday, then I'll get the next. Errol's dumb. Errol will keep trying to, Errol will fall for it again. Hey, man, we'll get right back to talking about it. And if it doesn't happen, hey, it just doesn't happen. Errol, it ain't going to happen, bro. It ain't going to happen. He doesn't want you to get that money. So let Bud sit and sink and swim with Jermell Charlo. Let him swim with Jerron. And I mean it. Let him swim with Jerron. Let Jerron dent that can. Let Jerron dent that can. If he gets out of it with Jerron, that can is still going to be dented. You know what I'm saying? Just like advancing, he's fighting a dented can. Just like he did, dude. He's not slick, bro. At this point in time, dude, you know what Bud is doing. And any of you dudes that are his fans, at this point in time, you know what he's doing. This man has not had a legitimate competition since Postal. The man has not had a legitimate fight that was in doubt in any way, shape, or form since Victor Postal. And that is even that was only kind of. And even that was only kind of. You learn more by listening and looking than talking. Unless you're just talking to yourself. You know what I mean? And letting it pour out. But anyway, yeah, absolutely you do, man. I just gotta work on my son with that, man. Like really hurting himself. But I'm getting it. We working on it. And when he fixes it, it's gonna be a blessing in his life. Hey, Robert Rose said 8 for 9. Every man knows when he can win a fight and when they can't. And Bud knows he's losing that one. I mean, he may. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I can't say that I know that. I don't know that I can. I do know for sure Bud does talk and believe a lot of himself. And dog, like for real. Man, I know of him getting not in fighting, bro, but I know of him getting mopped running into the wrong dude at a sport that he thinks he's good at. Got mopped and didn't even know that moppage was coming, but that moppage was coming. Like for real. And the guy pulled punches on him. Like, man, for real, man. Hey, Bud fan, y'all hating on Bud, boxing fan, y'all hating on Bud for getting the bag. No, I'm not. No, I'm not hating on him for getting a bag. I'm hating on him for ducking. Not upset with him for getting paid money. He was going to get a bag with Errol. He was going to get paid with Errol. You thought he was going to fight for free. He wanted him to fight for free. You believe that? You all actually believe this man when he says he's getting more money for David Avanation than he would have got for Errol Spence? Because it's 7 weeks earlier. He could have fought a month before that. Yeah, would get, dude. He turned down, according to the reports, he turned down $10 million guaranteed to fight Errol. Word is he turned down $10 million to guarantee. So maybe the reason he got the $10 million is because they matched the offer. They matched the guarantee. Oh, well, if I can get as much money for David Avanation as I can up front for Errol, I'm taking that. They didn't match nothing. No, they had to have. Yeah, they did. They matched the 10 million. They matched the 10 million that Bud turned down. That's the word. The word was that Bud asked for 22 million. Well, excuse me. They said 5 million. And all of this makes sense. This is very standard how this would go. Showtime offered him a $5 million guarantee. Offered him $5 million. Bud said, no, I want 22. They countered with 8.5. Bud countered with 15. They countered with 10. Bud would not move off 15. That's what the word is. And then if Bud got 10 million, then that means Bud, why would they offer him 10? Why 10? Why not 5? Why not 6? That means BLK Prime matched the offer. And he gets 80 and he gets the pay-per-view. Bud was not offered no money. That man just packed that. I heard the audio on Money Brown TV. That man passed up. That man probably passed up at least $10 million on the back end not to fight Errol. That's a duck. Because it's less risk associated with the 10 million. Because there's less risk associated with that. Julio Concepcion said, about the money, you're spot on, Fanon. Let me see something. Oh, yeah, Julio Concepcion is a promoter. Just so you know, Julio Concepcion is a promoter. But yeah, so you turn down, and let's see how much you turn down. Let's see how much you turn down. Potato Chip 77 said, all publicity is good publicity, good or bad. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. No way is that good. You really think that's so? You think that Potato Chip without a super chat? Do you believe that's true? All publicity is good publicity, good or bad? No, it's not. Absolutely not. There is bad publicity that is bad publicity. Nobody wants bad publicity. No. You think the publicity Kanye West is getting is good publicity? It's not. Okay? You think the publicity that Michael Jackson was getting when they was accusing him of all that stuff was good publicity? No, it was not. It was very detrimental. Very detrimental. All publicity is not good. Bad publicity is not good publicity. That's why you call it bad publicity. That's why you call it bad publicity. I forgot what I was looking up. That fast. All Bud peers looking at him crazy. Charlo said, you messed up a chance to change your whole life. That hit different for real. He did. Yeah, Bill Cosby. Yeah, that was great publicity. Yeah, that's great. Being called a duck avidly by boxing fans consistently makes you look good. No, bro. There's been nobody even wants this fight, man. But here, I forgot what I was going to do. Bud has never been talked about as much as he has since this duck move. That's not true. He was getting talked about a lot before the duck move. He just wasn't getting talked about complete. Errol Spence is getting talked less about right now, though. I will tell you that. Oh, yeah, I'm not looking it up. I'm going to do something real quick. Here you go. Thanks, Potato Chip. Hey, by the way, thanks for being a supporter, Potato Chip. There you go. We'll do the calculator. Time for the calculator. Let's do 600,000 pay-per-views at 35% of the Let's do 600,000. The upper, let's do the upper end of what it would do. 600,000 times $80 times 35%. That's $16.8 million. Seems to me he turned down as much as $16 million, $16.8 million, not to fight Errol. $16.8 million, not to fight Errol. $16.8 million in opportunity cost, not to fight Errol Spence Jr. That is a duck. Duck, 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 duck. No, the 48 million times 35, if you get 35%. Oh, let me do something though. I got to do this though. Let me correct it because I don't want to overstate it. So 48 million times 0.9 times 0.35. $15 million, brother. And the gate. And a cut of the gate. Probably 15 million. And guess what? That's the 25 million that he would have got for selling the fight. And that's Elrico Luis. Oh, yeah, for sure. Fanon, if Spence had his own boss, why wouldn't he satisfy Bud's needs? Brother, answer what there was. Where was the transparency? You want me to do that again? You want me to tell you, Fanon, if Errol was his own boss, why wouldn't he satisfy Bud's needs? Because he doesn't have to do everything Buddy said. But why would being his boss means he satisfies his needs? Like, what shit don't even make no sense. And where was the transparency? He got transparency. Transparency was in the contract he turned down. And he said he accepted everything, so he did satisfy his needs. But God dog, you want him to be what do you want him to do? Like when you say satisfy his needs, God dog, what you want him to do? Like, you want this, my God, dog, for real, you a Bud fan. I ain't even gonna go in there with my goodness, God, dog. You think this man should behave like his wife? It's a fight. It's not his wife. And what do you mean? Y'all are wild, bro. Y'all are wild, bro. Oh, Bud don't care about fans. That is out of the window. Shut up. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a double lie. That's a lie, and that's a double lie. That's a lie, and that's a double lie. Transparency is, you get transparency by law. Liar. And he can't show the contract. Yes, he can, because Errol said you could show it. Errol said you could do it. Errol waived it. He can do it. And if he can't show the contract, then how do you know there's no transparency in it? Dumbass. Excuse me. This is where you guys are just dumb. Okay? I'm going to leave the name out of it. No transparency. And Bud can't post the contract for legal reasons. If Bud can't show the contract, then how did anybody know what was in the contract? Huh? If Bud can't show the contract for legal reasons, how does anybody know what's in it? You cannot have it both ways. You can't say he showed it to somebody, but he can't show it. Transparency is required by law. By law. It's called the Ali Act. Law. But Errol confirmed that you did get it. And not only did he get transparency, he got approval, which is telling you he never wanted that fight, bro. That man asked for approval of expenses associated for the event, and he got it. Nobody believes that dumbness, okay? Bud admitted he was not transparent with the PBC. Of course he did. But you need to get out of that man's behind, brother. That man ducked. That man ducked. Crawford is fighting David Ruff, enough said. Exactly. He's fighting David Avenation. Really tough fight there, bro. Sean Lewis, come on, man. This is a negotiation. You're not about to give Bud everything. He don't deserve poor pay-per-view and low ticket sales. They're not dumb. They're so invested in the fight, they've forgotten they should be fans of the sport first. It is definitely a duck. The man is a flat-out duck. And there ain't no way around it. And Andre Ward, that man's a duck. Sorry, that man is a duck. At least Tim Bradley had enough nerve, didn't even say anything. That interview made it even more apparent that he ducked. Dude, I mean, how much more apparent can it be? I have no legitimate evidence to believe he ducked, like him turning down the fight. You think the fight is still happening, dummy? You have no legitimate evidence other than he didn't take the fight and he's fighting David Avenation? What evidence do you have? You have no legit evidence that there's air in the room then. Well, I can't see the air. Well, you know you're alive. There has to be some oxygen. Well, I'm sorry. I don't see any legitimate evidence around here that there's oxygen in this room. Well, the fact that you are living, does that not work for you? The fact that he didn't take the fight, that doesn't. The fact that he turned it down, that he said he accepted it when he didn't, and then he turned it down without even telling Errol. Yeah, I'm calling you dumb. Absolutely. I'm calling you dumb. El Rico Luis Jr. Yes, I'm calling you dumb. Because it's very obvious. I mean, dude, if I said this is a pencil and this is a pen, I have two writing utensils in my hand, and you told me there's no proof that you have two writing utensils in your hand, and you are serious about it, you are dumb. Because I, unlike you, can recognize stupidity when I see it. So I have legitimate proof that you are dumb. If you say things like, he showed the contract, but he can't show the contract. How did he show the contract if he can't show the contract? And how do you think there's no transparency when you don't even need to ask for it? Because it's required by law. That's like you saying, hey, I need to write you to write in this contract that you cannot shoot me if I don't pay. It's not in the contract. Dude, you don't really need that in the contract. What do you mean? It's illegal for me to shoot you to collect money. You don't need me to write in this contract that you could, or better yet, I need you to write in your contract that you won't take my firstborn child if I don't pay this money. Dude, I don't need to put that in the contract. Well, then how do I know that you won't take my firstborn child if you won't come and try to collect my firstborn child if I don't fight you? Because it's against the law? and you can, and the no court of law is going to enforce that, you could write it in the contract. You still wouldn't have to worry about it because they cannot enforce things that are illegal. Okay, you can't trade human beings in contracts anymore. Okay, despite them trying their best to do it. You don't need that written down. Just like somebody says that you're going to get paid out of the net, you do not have to write in a contract that you have the right to see what the costs were. It's implicit in the fact that you said you're getting paid out of the net. It's implicit. If I'm going to get paid out of net profits, I have to be able to verify what net profits are, don't I? It's implicit. It's implicit. It's there because you're getting paid out of the net. If you're getting paid out of the gross, guess what else? You get to see what the gross was. He's asking for something he doesn't even need. And that typically happens when people don't want to fight. They don't want to sign the agreement, so they start asking for ridiculous things to get you to walk away. And then they start leaking things to the press. So everybody understands exactly why you ducked. He tried to lay the groundwork. And even in the groundwork that he laid, it tells you he's ducking. It tells me he's ducking. Because he did all of that stuff when he already knew he had another fight. Everything that you heard about how much money he got offered, what he did, and all of this, that he'd accepted the fight, this was all after he had already agreed to fight somebody else and was looking for a way out. That's my impression. And that's an impression and that is what you call a reasonable inference. Reasonable. The man ducked. But anyway, it is what it is. Simon Kane said, read my comment, please. I just did. Why didn't the contributor contract both parties? They sat down with Bud and asked him to relay a message at the same time Spence was missing. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that means. And John Boy back in that super chat, bro. He said, Cal, Coolidge, Zenith, Herbert Johnson, Mike Kirkland, all Jeff, C. Dewberry, Terry Smoot, and everybody. Yes, sir, bro. Much love in that super chat, bro. And my man, Potato Chip back in the building. Stephanon, you cold-blooded putting that man business out there like that. What are you talking about? Whose business did I put out there? I'm just saying. If you're somebody saying that I'm going to pay you out of the net, it's implicit that you're going to get to see what the costs are. Because how can you verify? How do you get to verify how much you're getting paid? Any court would let you know that because you sue them and be like, look, I'm suing them from X amount of dollars. Why? Because I have reason to believe that the net is this and not that. And right there, they're going to have to show you. You don't have to, dude, it doesn't even have to be in the Ali Act for you to get what the net is. By you saying, I'm going to get paid out of the net, you have the right to verify what the net is. But here's the thing. He wasn't asking to verify. He was asking to approve it, which is not the same thing. And every time you guys say transparency and you leave out approval, I know you're lying. Or, you're trying to mislead someone. Because there's no issue with transparency. The issue is whether or not you get to approve expenses related to the deal, which could easily be handled by setting a target for your expenses. Putting a limit on your costs. And they have that when you do a profit and loss statement ahead of time for the fight. Give me your profit and loss statement. How much are you anticipating your costs will be? And then you can have a conversation about what the costs will be. and let them go on about their business. But that's not what Bud did. What Bud wanted to do was Bud wanted to sign off on every contract. And the right of which way to proceed with the contract. Bud wasn't trying to make that fight. There's so much evidence points towards he never wanted that fight. From him saying he never wanted the fight to him asking for things that most people would turn down, and then moving on from him saying he didn't care about the fight and the fight was never going to happen, to him asking for things that he never expected to get, to him turning down the fight. All of that says he didn't want that fight. You'd be stupid to believe he did. You'd be stupid to believe he did. And I maintain that. You would be stupid to believe he did. If you ask a woman to marry you and she says, no, I don't think I'm ever going to marry you. When do you see us getting married? I don't ever see us getting married, really. But will you marry me? I don't know. How much money you make? How much you going to pay me? Right? What's my allowance going to be? Am I going to be able to sleep with other men? Am I going to be able to have your access to your bank account and all your money at all times? Can I hit you upside with a wrench once a month if I walk in the house? Yeah, you can do all of that. Well, I don't know. I'll get back with you. And then she goes off and marries somebody else. I suspect that you would be stupid to believe she was ever serious about marrying you. She just thought you was nuts for talking to her at all. She asked you for a bunch of stuff that no reasonable person would have agreed to. And then she walked away from you after saying she was going to walk away and didn't want to do it to begin with. But you're going to have all your boys out there. Oh, no, she really loved you, man. She wanted to be. No, she didn't. She was never going to marry you. Same scenario with Bud. Bud says, I don't need the fight. I never see the fight happening. Asked for approval of expenses, $22 million guaranteed, turns down $15 million guaranteed to go fight for $10 million, turned down probably $15 million, as much or more, could be as much as $20 million back in money, not to fight him and go fight on BLK Prime. And he negotiated that deal months ago with a fighter that he had talked about fighting over a year ago. He had David Evansian. He was going to fight He wanted to fight David Evansian instead of Sean Porter. So he turns around and fights David Evansian instead of to Errol Spence. The only way Errol Spence was going to get that fight is if he became his mandatory. Why? So that way I get 70%. Man, y'all believe this, man? Y'all believe that? Same man that'll tell you, try to convince you David Avenation is a tough fight, but Jermell Charlo was easy. So you believe this. Valley in the building. But y'all believe it. Y'all believe that. Okay. Sounds pretty silly to me, but okay. Never mind me. Never mind me. Y'all go ahead and act like Mr. Whatever your name is that didn't think I had proof that you were dumb. I got proof that you were dumb because you believe that. You believe after all of that, and you know all of that is true. When Crusher asked Bud if the fight was going to happen next year, and this clown said, hopefully, I knew he was lying. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it'll happen. Where'd it go? Where'd Valley go? Hold on. There you go, Valley. Make you go to your channel first, Valley. All right, that's you. Beautiful picture, Valley. That looks like Quace, though, to tell you the truth. Okay, there you go. That's what I'm trying to do. My man. I got you. Oh, John Boy said, Valley, if possible. I know I already asked for two. Ain't no apologies, brother. You can wrench up whoever you want to, John Boy. You and Terry Schmoot. I already told you, cats. You can if y'all you want to wrench. I trust you. Notice no leaks from Ryan. Bud sabotaged the fight, dude. He didn't even sabotage. He already took another one. He's trying to come up with an excuse for why he didn't do it. Because he didn't want to get called. Because he didn't want to get called a duck. So now everybody is armed with information that conveniently makes it look like he didn't duck. That is what you call, and I said it at the time. Oh, he's finna duck. Quentin in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. Big time in that 20 in that cash app, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Q Lee. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Always on Q in the building. Thank you, bro. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, my bad. I'm back. My bad. I'm back. Hey, said for my guy Q Lee, he said Cash App. I just got him, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, John Bowie. Much love, man. And my man John Bowie back in that super chat said for my guy Tevez. Yes, sir, bro. What's going on, Tevez? Ain't seen you in a minute. Hope you well, big brother. My man. Hope you doing well. Magnum Opus. Where do these guys come from? What are you talking about, Magnum Opus? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you to do because he thought, now I'm saying that you're the dude. You have to be dumb to think this man didn't duck. Dude, everything points to that man just not wanting that fight. That man just did not want that fight. And for whatever reason, he does not want that fight. If it's completely money, then he just doesn't want Errol to make more money than him. Because he's good. He would have made more money fighting Errol than David Avenation. Okay? There's no way. But he's probably going to try to milk it again. Say that's a soft touch, not a tune-up. There ain't nothing tune-up about that. It's a duck. Look, bro. To Fahim, I disagree with you. I disagree with you and Ish Snooty. It's not a soft touch. It's not a tune-up. It's a duck. Pulling from a fight to have a tune-up when Al is holding up negotiations and not tangible enough for me, Fanon, and I'm a legal advisor. First of all, bro, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're not a What do you mean you're a legal advisor? What does that mean? You're a legal advisor. You're a liar. Because if you were that, you would have known that he already had transparency. What is a legal advisor? And what does that have to do with a legal advisor? What does that have to do with the law? You liar. Now you're dumb and a liar. When did you create this account, man? Not only are you dumb, you're a liar. Let's go to this channel. November 27, 2022. Get your raggedy ass out of my life, RuPaul. Get out of my life, you liar. Get out of here, RuPaul. Putting that on some Hispanic dude's name, bro. There's somebody out there that actually got that name, liar. What do you mean, who does he advise? What does one have to do with the other? That's why I'm saying the dude's stupid. I should know I'm a legal advisor. What's wrong with taking a tune-up when Al Heyman is delaying things? I'm a legal advisor. What do they have to do with anything? First of all, you don't know if Al Heyman delayed anything. Terence was delaying it. Terence delayed it with asking for more things. And what does being a legal advisor have to do with ducking fights? Well, I can tell you for sure that the reason that your lawn is not good, doesn't look good, is because you have trees hanging over it and it keeps the sun from getting there effectively. Trust me, I'm a legal advisor. Man, shut up, you liar. And I ain't in the, man, liar, bro. That's what I'm saying. You Bud fans, you're not even got Bud fans. Y'all ain't even, there is, I don't believe there are Bud fans anymore. Crunk Juice says, sup, we all know Bud ducks. Switch Bud to EJ with the same scenario. They would be calling duck all day, every day. Some fans simply don't care. Look, Crunk Juice, Errol didn't do anything, and they called him a duck. They called Errol Spence Jr. a duck for unifying belts, for more money. They called Errol a duck for fighting Sean Porter on pay-per-view and not Terence. They called Errol Spence Jr. a duck for fighting Danny Garcia coming off of a car accident. They called Errol Spence Jr. a duck for fighting Manny Pacquiao for more money. They called him a duck for unifying with the third belt. They call him a duck for that. But Errol's not, but you can't see duck, but you can't see duck here. And Timothy Bradley was screaming duck from the top of his lungs. Errol's ducking him. He's ducking him. You write that? Yes, absolutely. He's ducking him. Dude, this is a world championship fighter. A dude that is legitimately an expert in boxing. They called Errol Spence Jr. a duck before he fought Yordanis Ugas. But Bud isn't one. You guys have got to stop it. That man is a fraud if he does not fight Errol Spence. He already ducked him. But if he don't fight him eventually, he is a fraud. I don't care how many David Avinations you beat. Bud fans are grasping at straws. Oh, it's terrible. I don't care. I don't care if he beats David Avination, then he goes and beats, I don't care who he does, unless he beats Jaron Ennis. I'm a towel guy at the strip club, so I know all about women, idiot. Much love and that was RuPaul, bro. That was RuPaul. Just plain stupid. But somebody, and ask, who asked me to read them? Now I got to look at the guy. I got to look at the guy that asked me to read that nonsense. I got to look at you, questionable. Fanon, but on your big boy pants guy over, put on your big boy pants guy over at PBC. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. All those guys at the PBC are fighting. I listened to somebody literally complaining because Jermell Charlo was going to fight the guy that he's going to fight when he got injured. They complain about him not fighting him and claiming that Jermell Charlo didn't fight him because the money wasn't right. Then when he gets injured, he comes back and if he's going to fight the same guy who's going to fight before he was injured for the same money, you think these people want to come back and are going to say, "Oh well, I guess it wasn't the money. I guess maybe the guy." They don't even give Jermall credit. They don't even let Jermall Charlo be injured. Fanon, what happens if by any chance David clips Bud? Well, I don't know because I won't be watching. But I have a suspicion. For me, it's going to be like, what that question rise is like, for me, is like, what will happen if a tree falls in a forest and there's nobody there to hear it? Doesn't make any sound. I don't know what happens if there ain't nobody to see it. Well, I get, but on the real, if he, now I would not be surprised at all if he went to Josh Taylor. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he went to Josh Taylor. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he went to Josh Taylor. And he's going to claim that that's a better fight than Errol because Josh Taylor was undisputed and Errol Spence Jr. was never undisputed. Even though that man is the roadblock. For you, he's undisputed. Because he has everything you don't have. That is ludicrous that this man talks. The fact that he says this man is not undisputed, at the same time not fighting him when he's got the belt. Boy, that's rich, bro. You're not getting the fight, man? No. I'm going to watch the Teofimo Lopez fight, man. I'm serious, man. I'm serious, man. He keeps talking. He keeps talking. And the more he keeps talking, the more I don't want to put any money down on that, man. The more he talks, the less likely I am to pay any money associated with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just really bad, bro. It's really bad. Key 215. I think Bug gonna try to carry David Advancian, make him look like a tougher opponent than he is, man. If he carry, I mean, how you gonna carry, man? That man, come on, man. Rick Timms, yep, safe travels indeed, John B. We don't have those snow issues in the deep south. I did experience while working in Iowa and Minnesota. The weather in 2017, 2018 saw many snow wrecks on I-94 and I-80. Oh yeah, dude, yeah. Hey man, I grew up driving on. I grew up paying on I-94, dude. I'm not gonna pay no, man. $39.99. You want me to put that, dude? Seriously, it's an insult. I mean, dude, seriously, man. I don't know, man. I would be feeling like, I don't know, man. Like, seriously, man. I just would not feel right paying for that fight, man. Like, I just don't feel. I wouldn't feel right if I don't like right now. The idea. Let me put it this way. It's like I would feel like if you had a drinking problem and you're like, what are you going to do this Friday? And you're like, well, I'm not doing anything. When you're in the back of your head, be like, man, nah, dude, you about to go drink this Friday, ain't you? You about to go get you a gallon of vodka and dump it down your throat. I know what you about to do. And you be like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's like Pookie and it's like Pookie. It's like Pookie being Pookie or something. You know what I mean? It's like being boxing's version of Pookie. Like, yeah, I know I can't help myself. Like, I'm one of those dudes. If I buy that fight, it's because I can't help myself. And I know there's a chance that I would. But see, that I'm the type of boxing fan that he's taking advantage of. Because that's the type of people that are going to watch every fight. There's a certain amount of people that are not going to steal your fight. Just like we talk about how a lot of people are going to steal fights. And there's a certain number of people that will not steal fights and people that will buy and watch every fight, every major fight. There are those people. That's why people get 250,000 pay-per-views. That's why they get 200,000 pay-per-view, 150,000, 50,000 pay-per-views, and they don't get nothing. Fanon, if you buy that fight, you need an intervention. Yeah, pretty much. Say, they be calling me, man. They be calling me. Like, it's like, yeah, because, dude, he is seriously selling some nonsense to me. He is. He's like, man, you knock on his door and it's a bunch of sticks and stems. Like, bro, this is sticks and stems. Well, if you don't want it, don't buy it. Like, bro, you charging me $60? You're charging me $60 for all these sticks and stems? Hey, man, well, if you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Like, dude, it's like, dude, that's his attitude. Like, yeah, I know it's garbage, but look at me, man. Look at me. I'm the man. But this is garbage. Well, but I'm making a lot of money. What difference does it make? Hold on one second. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. No, dog. No, dog. I want to see how long it was that they made this channel, brother. Yeah. Yeah, that's RuPaul. RuPaul in the building. RuPaul in the building. People don't know when you stream those fights, you're being listened to and watched. Now, all right. How your name Bud and you selling dirt? Yeah, dude, call him Dirt. Oh, yeah, that's it. Dirt Crawford. That I can't call him Dirt, bro. Sticks and Stems. Dirt Crawford. Yeah, it's called Dirt Crawford. No, that's RuPaul, bro. That's RuPaul. No joke. That's RuPaul. Because they're all RuPaul. Doesn't make a difference. They're all RuPaul. It's just somebody that really likes to talk to me, bro. Somebody that really likes to talk to me and wants to, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. You don't know this, you don't know that. Whatever, man. Yeah, I'm fake. I'm completely fraudulent. I got you. Thank you, bro. Rigo said, imagine Bud's kids are going to have to answer questions about their father ducking into adulthood. Man, it is what it is, man. They're going to have some money, bro. He's not going to have any brain damage. He'll be clear. His mind will be clear. But he ducked arrow. No, I don't need that. He's doing them like Sean Porter. He's basically just doing the same thing that Keith Thurman did. He's just doing the same thing Keith Thurman did. There's no difference. He doesn't want that fight, just like Keith Thurman didn't want that fight. Keith Thurman was an undefeated fighter, unified champion, and looked across the ring at Errol Spence. Looked at Errol Spence and said he didn't want that fight. Good morning, Fanon. Is it true that Manny Pacquiao is fighting on December 10th as well? I don't know, man. I know he's having an exhibition, though. I don't know if that's that date. Much love, Mr. J. Thank you, brother. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, I got to charge my phone. Hold on one second. Not much, bro. Oh, yeah. The difference is that Keith Thurman fought somebody else. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia. This man is fighting David Avenation. I got Gervonta over Ryan. I do too. Regis Progrerius. Oh, I take the Regis Progrerius fight. He can at least fight Regis Progrerius. He could at least fight Regis Prograis. If he fought Regis Prograis, he'd be like, all right, that's what's up. Kind of. Yeah, Keith told us from the door he wasn't fighting that man. Yeah. But he's just not being honest about it. That's why Bud gets the Keith Thurman treatment. That's Keith Thurman, bro. That's Keith Thurman. That man is the same level of fighter as Keith Thurman to me. Right there. Only difference was Keith Thurman didn't get to fight. Keith wasn't fortunate enough to be able to fight such hellacious fighters as Regis Prograis. I mean, not as Regis Prograis, as Julius Ndungo. He just didn't get Julius Ndungo. I'm telling you, he's top rank. How many of the top rank fighters have been? How many of the undisputed fighters have been top rank fighters? How many of these new era 4-belt undisputed champions have been with top rank in top rank dominated weight classes, or in a weight class where everybody was fighting and they all had to fight each other? Right? Everyone. Undisputed is political. Just like Jermell, nobody's going to get undisputed at 154 if they're not with the PBC. Hey, my man said that dude named Dave said normally I'm normally ninja watching, but I had to put a little something on the plate. Salute. Hey, thank you, that dude named Dave. Means a lot, bro. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and the cash app. Thank y'all. It really does mean a lot, man. Nah, Usyk was in the Super 6. He's in the World Series of Boxing. He's in the World Series of Boxing. And the World Series of Boxing was bought by, I do believe it was wound up being bought with DAZN. But yeah, it's the World Series of Boxing. Just like when Errol got 3 belts, those are 3 belts, and the guys he got them off, with the exception of the first, because he did cross the street. He did cross the street for the first one, but he had to go over to the UK and Matchroom to get the first one. So that's not been the case with Bud at all. Bud ain't crossing their street to go do squat. Anyway, Cerebral Shadowbox said, Martin, I bet Crawford hasn't been to the ocean since that Ugas fight. Man, seriously, man. No, he's not. Nah, bro, he wasn't looking for that dude. That stopped all of that. Did you hear Tay Jones state that Usyk's manager shot down the idea of Usyk ever fighting Wilder? I personally find that hard to believe, but what do you think? I mean, if Tay Jones said it, more than likely it's true. If Tay Jones said it, more than likely it's true. Tay Jones is very circumspect. Like, he's not somebody to say things that he doesn't know to be true. Yeah, I've not heard Tay say anything that didn't wind up coming around. Think that guy's, especially on that particular subject matter, dude, that guy's probably the best that there is in that regard. Now, Egas clean. Will he ever fight him? He probably won't. Man, you guys, man, they don't want to get that man knocked out. He don't want to get that man knocked out. That man gets hit. That Alexander Usyk, that dude can that's what I'm saying, man. These dudes ain't real. At the end of the day, man, those guys want to make that money and get out of there. I would not be surprised if Alexander Usyk probably doesn't want to fight Tyson Fury, though. Because he has a chance to stay awake the whole fight with Tyson Fury. Cerebral Shadowbox said, Martin, I bet Terence Crawford hasn't been to this. Yeah, you know that, bro. Much love in that super chat, bro. Nah, he ain't trying. He don't want that smoke. Prograis was supposed to fight Ndongo before Crawford, but he elected to fight Undisputed. No, that was Sergey Lipinets. Upper echelon, that was not Prograis, that was Sergey Lipinets. That's why Sergey Lipinets became Sergey Lipinets. Oh, no. You may be right. Oh, no, or was it? Yeah, no. Sergey Lipinets was supposed to fight Julius Ndongo, but then Terence Crawford dropped the belts. After he beat him, then Terence Crawford dropped the belts. And then after he dropped the belts, then Sergey Lipinets wound up being fighting Mikey, fighting somebody for that belt. And then after Sergey Lipinets won the belt, then Mikey beat Sergey Lipinets for that belt. That's what that was. Fanon, your thoughts on Regis Prograis and Gary Antoine Russell? Great fight. Real early in that career for Gary Antoine Russell to fight Prograis. Real early in his career for that. I would say let that slip. I would say let's wait a little bit for that one. You know what I mean? Man, Instagram, dude, Instagram needs to get better. Instagram, I swear, Instagram, you got to be on top of Instagram, bro. Like, you got to be on top of Instagram. Did you notice Bud's sister trying to use the idea of Spence being next to promote a Avenetian? BLK Prime just using PBC guys to make a statement. Yeah, dude, that's why I went, but he's not going to fight him. Dude, he's not going to fight him. Of course they're going to try, because nobody cares about him other than that. That fight is just trash. It's full out trash, bro. The stats and footage favor Prograis. I mean, I would say that Prograis is just, I don't like the stats part of that, but I just think Prograis that's a southpaw and a southpaw matchup. Their styles work for each other. I think that Prograis may be a little bit more slippery on the inside than Gary Antoine is. And I think Prograis is like really, really, really at the peak of his career and is a very, very hard fight for anybody. Regis Prograis is no joke, man. No joke. I'd take Regis Prograis over Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. I'll probably take Regis Prograis in that fight. Probably take Regis Prograis on that. Yeah. Regis Prograis is nice, man. Fanon, Devin Haney starting beef with Teofimo so he can duck Shakur and go to 140. Yeah, good luck with that when that dude loses to this guy, man. Of course. Wake me up when David Avocado was in the country. Yeah, he'll get there, man. He'll get there. We'll get that fight's gonna take place, man. I personally would watch Wilder, Usyk versus Wilder, even for a single or no belts. It's a fight that I want. Pure slugger versus pure boxer at an elite level. Yeah, here's the problem, though, man. Usyk's probably going to get knocked out. Usyk has got to have, in order to get anywhere near Deontay Wilder, you're going to eat a bomb. You know what I mean? You're going to eat a bomb. And eating that bomb, dude, man, god dog, man. Regis Prograis told us about 2 times he fought Spence. He said the first was close. The second, Spence blew him out the water. Yeah, because he said Spence made adjustments. Yeah. Regis' inside defense has to be worked on more. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, but honestly, man, dude, that dude once he started attacking Regis on the inside, dude, I knew the fight was up. I knew that fight was up. Regis has got very, very good head movement on the inside, but Regis also can really crack. Very strong fighter, very good fighter. Zenith said the WBO mandatory is up in April and Ortiz about to drop from the WBO. That's why they suddenly want Spence now. They could have tuned up in April like Bomac said. Let's get Bud versus Boots in the spring. That's what I say. Because Aaron will get Undisputed if against Boots. And Boots is going to beat that guy. That's what I think. Yeah, Regis has got short arms. Yeah, he does. That's what I say. I have Jerron beating Boots. I mean, Jerron beating Terence Crawford. So I would rather see that fight. I'd rather see that fight. Because I don't want to see, because the fight is either going to happen or it's not going to happen. They will say, okay, that's the mandatory. Let's negotiate. You know what the split's going to be. It's going to be 65-35 or 70-30, whatever it is. And then go ahead, have that purse bid. Somebody's going to win it. Go on ahead and fight that fight, and then we can get to Undisputed. And that's just as big a fight with Errol and Jerron. It's just as big a fight. So let's make it happen. Fanon, in 24 rounds, did Joshua land any solid bombs on Usyk? Yes. Absolutely, positively he did. Yep, in each of those fights, he landed shots. He landed shots on Usyk. They could have knocked out. They could have not got him knocked out by Wilder. You saw his face, right? Yep. Yeah, we'll see. You're right. Boots can get that work. Fight him. I'm not convinced that Bud or Errol can beat Boots. Hey, look, man. All I'm convinced of is that Boots will fight Errol. And we're not going to have to go through all that drama. And I'm convinced that Errol will fight Boots if Boots has that WBO belt. I am not convinced that Terence Crawford will fight Errol no matter what. And I don't think that he will fight Jerron Ennis unless it's mandated. So, but if it's mandated and he chooses not to fight him, then okay, he goes away. Jerron can fight for a vacant belt, or Jerron can fight Errol for the vacant WBO if the WBO is open for it. Either way we go, we get to skip past this roadblock that Terence Crawford put. Terence Crawford is a roadblock. He's a roadblock. What all this stuff that he's talking about is a roadblock to people knowing who the best is, because he says he doesn't have to prove it. So nobody gets to know it because he knows it. Well, I already know that I'm the best. They're already saying I'm number one pound for pound, so I don't get anything out of it if I beat Errol. No, bro, there's a lot of people that don't say you're number one pound for pound, and a lot of people that shouldn't say you are because you won't fight Errol for whatever reason. Because if you're trying to tell me you're making more on Black Prime with David advancing Avanation because you got it up front, I don't believe it. I believe you walked away from a lot of money. I believe you walked away from a lot of money. Thinking, whoa, you know, really what I did was I just got this quick payday. I didn't walk away from it. Yeah, you did. You walked away from that to get that. Because guess what? Win or lose, you could have got a rematch. Win or lose, you would have got a rematch. Errol would have got a rematch. You would have got a rematch. Either way, you would have fought twice. You don't want to fight twice. You don't want to fight once, let alone twice. That could be the problem, that he'll have to fight him twice. For all I just don't think he wants to fight that guy. I just don't believe him. Because he does what he says doesn't sound believable. No joke. WBA is not going to risk losing money on Bud again. They make more with the winner of Errol versus Ortiz, Stanionis. They're fighting each other. Yeah, but I just don't know, bro. I don't really know if that makes him the mandatory or not. Virgil Ortiz is going to get a mandatory. The WBA super champion doesn't have a mandatory. And Stanionis was the mandatory before he was the WBA. Stanionis is not the mandatory because he was the WBA champion. Because Jermell James was the WBA regular champion, and he was never the mandatory. Butayev was the WBA mandatory challenger. He wasn't the mandatory, was the WBA regular champion. He wasn't the mandatory. The Rise podcast said, let's call a spade a spade. Bud wants to keep his eyes and wants no part of Spence. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I'm still holding on, though. Believe it or not, I'm still holding on, bro. So there's no guarantee that the Virgil Ortiz actually gets to become the mandatory. Stanionis was already was the mandatory for Ugas, and I don't know why they even ordered it. I don't even know why they ordered it. Hold on one second. Oh, it was the box office. It was the box off. Okay, he ordered a box off. Oh, it's the end of the box off. Okay. Yeah, but guess what? Yeah, the box off. He shouldn't be the mandatory because he wasn't part of the box off. James Butayev, then Stanionis Butayev. But yeah, no, because it's still reducing the titles. They want to get rid of that regular belt. So yeah, if they want to continue, if they're going to continue to get rid of the regular belt, then he would be. Fanon, seek help for your boxing addiction. That fight ain't happening. What is that, bro? Oh, I know you're right. And the saddest thing that I have is that I just don't want to lose to Fahim Sator. Fahim Sator is going to give me my first L because Bud is not trustworthy. I had too much faith in Bud, and I took an L. I'm glad I did not bet money on Fahim Sator this time. Like I bet money with Fahim Sator on. I bet Fahim money that he would fight that Terence Crawford would fight Sean Porter. But I didn't bet no money on this one. But I'm taking an L to Fahim Sator because Terence Crawford is a duck, bro. You tripping and slipping the man who beat Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, to Errol Spence's machine. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's like that. Tay Jones stated that you. Tay Jones stated that Usyk's manager spoke to Malik Scott and told him that Usyk would only fight Deontay if Deontay became his mandatory. Maybe not even then, as he would vacate, according to Tay. Yeah, dude, he's knockoff man, dude. He don't want to get knocked out. Become his mandatory. Let him drop the belt. Try him. I'm telling you, man, these guys, when it comes to Wilder, there's a lot of cowards out there. Whole lot when it comes to him. Bud and his team holding up traffic, crossing the street, flock of ducks. Yeah, pretty much. Y'all trying to tarnish the Bud, man. Look, man, it's not the great Bud, dude. Bud tarnished his name, bro. Dude, ducking somebody is a tarnish. If you refuse to fight the best fighter available to you to make less money, or even to make the same money, you're a duck. You want to make the same money, but 2 months earlier, you're a duck. And that's just a big blotch on your. It's just a blotch, and it's just a blotch. It is what it is. He didn't want to prove he was great. He thinks Julius Ndungo made him great. Something a little wrong with that, huh? That Julius Ndungo is the reason that you're a great fighter. Julius Ndungo, Jeff Horn, and Ricky Burns. Right? 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 I'm never going to block Starborn, but that comment gets clipped. Bet. What Starborn is saying, Arrow wouldn't take a pay cut. Arrow wouldn't take a pay cut. Arrow wouldn't treat Bud like he's the A side. He wouldn't give him everything Bud wants. You got to give Bud everything he wants. No, not Mean Machine. Because he's a 3-division champion. He beat Ricky Burns at lightweight. So that's one win. The second win is he became undisputed at 140. That's Julius Ndungo. And he became a champion at 147. That is Jeff Horn. Those are the three fights that make him great. Ricky Burns, Julius Ndungo, and Jeff Horn. Ricky Burns ain't never seen no pound for pound nothing. Julius Ndungo, please. And Jeff Horn, please. Please. Those are his 3 fights. If you want to throw in the 4th and say that he won a title, because he won a vacant title, so we don't count that. That said, I demand a recount. Hey, man, I'm just telling you. He's off my list. Not duck and arrow like that, bro. You're off my list, bro. Off mine. He single-handedly messed up the whole second half of 2022 boxing. PBC went into the war chest and shuffled their whole schedule behind his duck because they wanted to make that fight. Arrow didn't just say, I'm going to go fight somebody else. I don't need you. When have they ever done that? When have guys ever been, I want to make that fight, and they didn't try to make the fight? Future don't change the present or the past. Bud is a duck. Nothing erases that. He ducked. If he doesn't fight him, he's a fraud. Or better yet, if he doesn't fight him and win, he's a fraud. If he gets in there and gets beat up, it's because that's why he didn't take the first fight. Bud is in a position where he has to fight Errol Spence Jr. and win. No doubt. He has to not just take the fight because Jaron Ennis may force him to take the fight. The Jaron Ennis situation may dictate that he has to drop his belt. And if he drops his belt, he's not going down to 140. Who's going to fight him with no belt in 147? Was he going to go to 154? No. No. So he's either going to have to fight Jerron Ennis, drop his belt, or fight Errol. Best option for him is to fight Errol at half the going rate. No worries, Bud and Errol happens early 2023. No, Errol is fighting early 2023. Josh Taylor, and he can drop the belt and fight Josh Taylor. Who cares at that point about Josh Taylor? But whatever, maybe. You know, y'all do what y'all do. I'm all right with y'all doing what y'all do. Me, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. I think y'all can go ahead and root. You can root till you turn purple in the face. That's not what Andre Ward said. Starborn 007, now you're lying. That is not true. That is not true. That is an untrue statement. Andre Ward said that he doesn't know what anybody was offered. That's what Andre Ward said. Andre Ward said, truth is, we don't know what they were offered. I don't know what he was offered. He said, if it's true, but he doesn't even know. And he said he doesn't know what happened. He jumped from the Terence Crawford side of the fence to jump on top of the fence. Tim Bradley jumped from the other side of the street. He went from Terence's side of the street and then stood in the middle of the street. Tim Bradley jumped off of Terence's side of the street and walked into the middle of the street, is what they did. No, brother. He did not say that. He said he did not know how much it was. Bud screwed all of boxing, not just PBC. You had other platforms not scheduling in anticipation of Crawford Spence. He screwed up the whole sport for a bag from an off-brown shady A app. Pretty much. And you got to sit with that L, brother. And you already talked bad about me, so I don't care. Like, I was on the fence with Bud the whole time. And they still talk about you bad if you on the fence. You know what I mean? I wasn't saying that man was ducking. I did at a certain point in time, though, say Errol need to walk away because I don't think this dude is taking this fight. You need to say you're going to walk away so this dude has to make a decision. Otherwise, he's going to take a year because nobody takes this long. Nah, Starborn is just stuck on that. No. Starborn is similar to Quincy Carter, though. He is similar. He is similar to Quincy Carter, though. I will say that. But he doesn't make me upset. Quincy Carter just calls you names and stuff, which is a little over the top for me. Because, I'll call you names, but, it is what it is. It's my channel. And I only do that to people that are trolls and I'm about to throw out. Not to people that are regularly just come around here on a regular basis. Hold on one second. And again, much love to everybody in the chat and everybody in the super chat said, oh, okay, you getting revenge. I get it now. Oh, you're not talking to me. Bud words mean ish. The idiots. Manny Dude, he tells a lot of stories, bro. I mean, you can't. I mean, seriously, you can't say those two things at the same time and they're not there and they be true. Okay, they're both not true. Okay, my son caught me on something. He's like, yes, I would really like for you to keep your word because you said this and now you're changing it. So I had to pay up with my son because I was like, you're right. I did. I changed it. I said, if you do this for this amount of time, I would do this. And you did it. So I had to pay up. Even though what I said was do something different than what I said do. But I guess I could go through that. But at the end of the day, no, man, look, dude, I'm going to say this in a very calm voice. Bud Crawford is the reason that the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight didn't happen. And apparently, I'm not beefing with them. How am I beefing? You and Bud team beefing? I'm not beefing. I didn't say anything bad about their team. I didn't say anything bad about Bud. All I just told you is ducking, and that's because it's a fact. If I say that Elon Musk makes electric cars I'm not beefing with him. I'm just telling you a fact. He makes electric cars. If I say Terence Crawford ducked Errol Spence Jr., that's not a beef. It's just the truth. No, he wouldn't. He just didn't. No, I don't know he would. I don't believe he would. I do not believe he would fight anyone, anytime, any place, because he didn't. First of all, you know he won't fight someone any place because he said he wouldn't fight Errol in Dallas. That was your first sign that he wasn't making the fight. He would not fight Errol any place. He said that he would fight Errol. He needed that fight to be in a neutral venue. So no, he would not fight Errol any place. He wouldn't fight him in Dallas. That's what he said. Errol said he would fight him anywhere. You're hiding behind the money, Starborn. You keep hiding behind money. You're hiding behind money. Leave the money out of the conversation and see how the conversation goes. You're hiding off money. Pay the man his money. Why? That man is the B side. Why should somebody be paying him $25 million? The man made $6 against Sean Porter. That man is a B. He was the A side and he made $6 million. But you can't tell me that man. You couldn't tell me that man's going to fight him anywhere when he said he wouldn't fight in Dallas. Didn't matter. Why does it matter where you're fighting? Why does it matter? It's a boxing ring. You're gonna whoop him easy, right? I'm gonna whoop you easy, but no. I need a neutral venue. Why? You're knocking him out. What you need a neutral venue for when you're knocking him out? You're gonna crush him. He's easy work. But you can't. But you need a neutral venue to do that. Why? Errol didn't need a neutral venue to go knock out Kell Brook. Did he? You didn't need a neutral venue to go fight Ricky Burns. Why you need a neutral venue to fight Errol? Rick Tiff say, oh, John Boy said, just me and Zena called Bud a ussy. Oh, I didn't call him that. I never called him that. I just said he ducked. I never said he was a coward. I never said that he was scared. I never said any of that because I don't know that to be true. I know that what he says, I know that he contradicts himself, and I know he turned that fight down. And I know that what you said isn't true because you said, I know he would fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, anywhere. That's not true. Because he would not fight Errol Spence Jr. in Dallas, and he wouldn't fight him in February. He said that he wasn't going to fight him in February. So that's not any time. He said he wouldn't fight him in Dallas, so that is somewhere, so that's not true. I don't know what you want me to do, bro. I don't know what you want me to do. The man says something that he says things that make it appear as if he ducked. Like, I don't ever see the fight happening. If the fight happens next year, maybe, possibly, hopefully. What you need hope for? What do you need hope for? Just think about those words. Hopefully? What does word mean? What does hope mean? You know that Errol wants to fight. So who you hoping? You're hoping that you want to fight? Hope? The only person that hopefully applies to is Errol. Hopefully Terence will fight me. It's up to Errol. It's up to Terence whether or not he's going to fight Errol. That's his decision. There's no hope needed. Other than if you mean that you don't get in a car accident or you don't get hurt get hurt or something keeps you from boxing. Why would you use the word hope? And again, I did a video well before anybody else said it. When the man said it'll happen sometime in the future. I mean soon. Not in the future. I mean soon. That's why Bud don't like to talk, bro. That's why Bud don't like to talk. It's cool. Now Bud can fight Boots. Now he can fight Boots for 70% less or drop that belt. Like, I think hopefully means no. That's what it sounds like to me. His hopefully sounds like no. Oh, Al ain't letting that happen. Al ain't letting what happen? Al's not going to let him fight. Al ain't got no say-so over Jerron. Al Heyman has zero say-so over whether or not Terence Crawford fights Jerron Ennis, because he does not represent Jerron Ennis. That is not his promoter. That is not his manager. That's not his advisor. The only person that you need is Steven Espinoza. Oh, no worries. I'm talking about Errol. Okay. Won't let what happen? Okay, Fanon, he said he wants it. And Errol, no, he says hopefully. He didn't say he wants it. Hey, Fanon, how long? He said, look how long I've been a subscriber to your channel. I can't look. E-Banks, watch this though, brother. Hold on. I can't tell you how long you've been a subscriber by any look, though. You've been here a long time, though, I know. Hold on 1 second, brother. All right, bro. All right, you're moderated, brother. You guys deleted players only, brother. You don't get rid of that comment. I didn't talk about Bud yesterday. And I'm not on his nuts. Last time I checked, this is far from it. It's far from it, bro. It's far from it, partner. This is you. This is what you think being on somebody's nuts look like. No wonder you think. No wonder you think Bud's a big draw. No wonder you think Bud ain't ducking somebody. If you think this is being on his nuts, this man, bro, that's like saying, hey, I mean, you guys take a lot of things as compliments, man. You tell the IRS, hey, man, God dang, IRS, get off my nuts. Nah, brother, I'm not on them. I'm collecting my money. Nah, brother, trust me, I just want my money. I am not, this is not positive, brother. This is not a positive commentary, bro. I don't know what definition you got for that. But last time I ain't never heard anybody say this about another fighter and say that. Seems like you were looking for a compliment. To me, player. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, no worries. I don't care. And I'll talk about him when he talks. Just so you know, the man just gave an interview that came up yesterday. He actually gave the interview about a week ago. I don't know. Somebody probably did throw him out, but I didn't. Said my boy Jerron Ennis would drastically and easily take over, shadow the status of Crawford when he fight. Yeah, that's what I want to see, man. That's just what I want to see. I want to see the fight. But look, man, I'm going to bounce up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Bud said he agreed to everything, money and transparency. The fight is off because the fight was pushed to February 23rd. In the story. Actually, the fight was off because he'd already taken another fight. Let me correct that. It's because he already took another fight. Did he? No, he said he didn't have a plan B. That was Terence Crawford's team saying he had a plan B. But look, I got to get out of here. Nah, man. No, he didn't have a plan B. Bud had a plan A. Errol was his plan B. He had a plan B. He was a plan B. Errol is a plan B. Just so you know. Bud had plan A, which was Avenation, and he had a plan B, which was Errol. That's what I think. But anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. Hey, thanks. Hey, Jay Do in the building. Thank you, brother. Peace.